What's going on, everybody? It's me, Slappy. Yes, I know it's a very, 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 very late one. This is the only time I could do it, man. I was gonna try to do it a little bit earlier, but I couldn't, so I'm gonna do it right now. I'm sure most of the people may be sleeping. I don't know, but yeah, how's it going? I got a couple of things that I have in mind to say, and then I think after that, then I'll be done. But I hope so. Normally, I say an hour or less, and it turns into like 10 hours. So I'm hoping an hour and a half. We'll let the dogs. Oh, neighbors' dogs, they're little chihuahuas and shit. Hi, Bigfoot, Rio, and bigger dogs too. It's pretty crazy outside right now. Everybody's out partying, so I'm guessing traffic and stuff. It's hold on. Ah, I'm just getting back. Oh, well, that's good. I've been chilling all day, hanging out, doing some yard work and stuff. But yeah, as you can see on my title, late night chat and more. Um, First thing, um, the image that I have in my thumbnail. People are mad that I canceled the Shakira concert tonight. Oh no, not Shakira. Much Shakira. Well, people want to see her dance. People want to see her move and shit. So a little bit of this topics is gonna be about you, Chaitin. A little bit. I'm not very happy with the whole copyright strike stuff. Um, like I told you behind the scenes, so that's. I guess I'll address that first. So from now on, whoever uses my stuff, they can't. Nobody after this stream, nobody is able to use any of my stuff. No clips, no nothing. Maybe if you're exposing a pred, but if it's not for anything more than that, then I'm not letting nobody use my stuff because yeah, they uh, people copyright strike people with my content, I guess you could say. What about Michupa? No, you can't use it either, Soviet. Nobody. That privilege is gone. I was always open and always said yes to everybody because that's the right thing to do. But when people start copywriting other people and using my content as a way to copyright strike them, I don't like that shit at all. Um, if it was their stuff that they were copywriting, I would say okay. But because it's not, it wasn't, and they showed proof about it. I'm not very happy with people doing that shit, and so from now on, that people clipping my stuff or showcasing anything about my shit, I'm not allowing it. Um, I'll most likely, if I see it, I'll ask you to take it off, and if you don't, then I guess that's I don't know privacy complaint. I don't know. I don't. I've never copyrighted anybody. I've never done none of that shit. So because I'm not the type of person, but since I saw that people were copyright striking people with my content, um, I'm not gonna allow. You hear a dog barking? Yeah, it's a neighbor's dog. My backyard neighbor. They had little ass chihuahuas, ugly ass dogs. So yeah, so that's one thing. Another one. Uh, there's those rumors that Kevin Daddy is a pred. Nah, he's not. He's not a predator. Uh, those are lies. Those are what do you call it? Misinformation. Because of Bigfoot sloppy. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's misinformation. So whoever believes that shit is a fucking idiot for reals. Uh, like I said, I don't call anyone a pred if they aren't, And Kevin isn't. Kevin isn't a pred. I don't know why people. I think just exactly the same. That's why I say, you're now being cheating. You're now being Kevin. If you're claiming that he does that to Arthur, you're doing it to Kevin. So you guys like some. That's what I'm saying. Like when you guys argue, you guys are all the same. You guys try to one up each other, but you guys do the same stuff to each other. To me, like I said, to me that's odd. That's some weird shit. Like you guys want to one up each other. People that don't even you guys don't even know. I think that's what kind of gets me like, what the fuck? Like what's going on with these people? Like they want to one up a person they're never gonna meet, a person that lives so far away. Like I don't know. Like that's why for me my content is mainly pred and stuff like that because I could care less about some other guy calling me names and shit like that. Like I don't give a fuck. What's up, Fee? I see you. I know. That's why I'm doing it a little later because I know my UK people are barely waking up. So I'm doing it for you, Fee, and the UK motherfucker. But yeah, so I see it. I still believe we will save him with Clemson and Kevin Daddy on Wednesday on the outcast. I don't think so. I don't think he is. The clip you used, you could hear people in the background. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious he was talking to someone, and then when he said "yeah," it was at the same time you said the same thing. And like I said before, to me, uh, you say they bring your daughter up all the time, and I think that's wrong. And that's the same way as the whole the R wording the daughter stuff. To me, both things are not good. I don't stand with that. My channel is about protecting, trying to get have these kids not be in that situation, and to be in a situation like that. I had conversations behind the scenes with a lot of people because I want to make sure I wasn't incorrect. I want to make sure that I wasn't over, you know, exaggerating my mind. No, my thoughts when it came to what happened. Um, and a lot of people agreed with me. A lot of people were like, "Yeah, that's some very odd stuff." What I I understand the one upping. I understand that people want to make the other person look stupid for some reason. I don't know why. Online shit. It's to me, it's kind of weird. Well, I don't know why someone wants to look better than the other person or make the other person look like a bitch or something like that. Like if he was like my mindset, if he's a pred or he's a guy that's likes lolicon, a guy that's this, then of course, yeah, fuck, get those guys out of the internet. But when it's someone that's just talking shit, uh, I would like me personally, I would never put any of my children in any sentences like that. Any sentence involving my kids, I will never bring it up. Like I don't bring up my kids at all because of that reason. I'm not putting them in a situation that is gonna look wrong or put a picture of something on people's minds. And to put that on Kevin, at first I'm like, whatever. It's just, he said it one time. Oh my god, that shit's fucking weird. But then you kept saying it, like, and to me, like, if you would have said it once by like accident, or maybe said it like spontaneously, then I'll be like, okay, it was in the heat of the moment. But when it was a repetitive thing, to paint a picture of that situation, to me, I don't know how. I wouldn't. I don't know. What's up, Lolly the cow? How's your trolling with the other people? But yeah, I wouldn't ever, zero chance of me putting any of my kids in a situation like that. I wouldn't tell Kevin Daddy, oh, you want to do this, do that to this. Nah, because that's not a one up. In my mind, like I said, in my mind, putting your own child in a situation like that with another grown man, that's I can't do that. And like for me, my mindset is like, nah, don't put any kids in any conversation like that. The same thing when I talk to Kevin, I'm like, why, Kevin, stop bringing up the daughter. You know, like why? Don't like to attack him personally if you're gonna do that shit. Is don't let the kids near Kevin or show them to. He gets hungry, he will eat them. No, he won't eat them. He's a good guy, Lolly. I don't know. I don't know what you have against him, but he, for the most part, he's good. I'm sure he has his bad days when it comes to arguing with people, but that's everybody. But uh, you could do what you want. Satire to me is subjective, so some people might like it, some people might not. So it just depends on who's watching your blogs. Floppy DMs. Oh my god. All right, let me check DMs. What you send me? Lollycow supports Chloe Esther. Uh, why would you do that, Lolly? I'm guessing maybe you're trolling him, but I haven't been on Chloe Esther's stream, so I don't know if you are friends with them. But yeah, I just read it right now. See, I read that Lolly the cow hangs out with Chloe Esther, the guy that sent some pee pee pictures. uh, I'll let them think that. Okay, well, I don't. Like I said, I don't care. I don't know who you are. I could care less. If you are an enemy, then cool. You have the boss to chat in the. If you're not, then yeah, enjoy the conversations. I'm not. I. It doesn't bother me. I don't get triggered easily. I don't get upset at people trolling and shit. I'm pretty chill when it comes to that. It doesn't bother me, but I'm sure it bothers other people for some reason. I don't know why, but if you're gonna let a guy on the internet, uh, mess with you and get you all emotional, then yeah, it's not a very. You shouldn't be on the internet too much. They are close. Who's close? Prata B. But yeah, back to Kevin. Yeah, Kevin is it the pred? Uh, I seen a lot of comments on people that were like, "Oh, I knew it. He was. Oh, I knew it." Like, shut the fuck up. You guys didn't know shit. You guys are believing a lie, and it is a lie. It's a 100% a lie that I don't approve. That I don't. How do you say it? Like I don't. I guess confirm it. I'm not. I was there. I knew what happened, and they try to make it like he was, but he's not. Related to your screenshot, Sloppy. Which screenshot? Let me see. Did you send me a message? Hold on. I'm on my phone now. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I'm glad you're defending Kevin. You and Kevin are made. No, well, no, well, I'm not defending him because just because I defend because I don't like people getting accused of being that. Even with Arthur, right? Even with Arthur, I even people were accusing him, and even like I said, I was guilty because of he wouldn't talk to us, right? He wouldn't talk to us about the situation, and later on we talked and we confirmed that the sister said it didn't happen, and bam, that's it. Same thing with Kevin. Kevin, they're accusing him of being a pred without any proof. The little clip that I have, I rewatched it and rewatched it to make sure that it was correct. He was talking to someone. You could even hear them in the background. He was talking to them, and I guess, he dropped his headset. So when he picked it up, he kind of didn't know what was going on in the conversation. So when he was talking to us and to the person on the other side, he said, "Yeah." At the same time that they asked him, "Oh, that you have pictures of my daughter," and they ran with that. They ran with that shit, and that is disingenuous. That's very disingenuous. I pride myself on telling the truth when it comes to people, and I know that shit is a lie. And the fucked up part is that because people dislike him, the people don't like him. People are waiting for him to fuck up. They're using this little thing that they're portraying as truth and calling him what he's not. And I don't like that. I don't like lies when it comes to these things, and more when they're trying to use my shit to prove that this person is a pred. I don't like that shit. But so yeah, but like I said, anything after today, no one is able to use any of my clips. If that's the case, most likely be, I guess, giving you a heads up, like, hey, if you take this off, and if you don't, then I will copyright strike or some bullshit. I don't know what the fuck I'll do. I don't know how to do that shit. I'll most likely ask Zexio how to do it, but due to the fact that people used it to copyright strike someone else, uh, that's it. I can't. I can't. I can't allow people. I'll make a deal with Kevin. If he admits that he has slandered me and Arthur, then I will retract my statement regarding him because of where they'll still call him that for fun because he's not a victim. No one's a victim. The thing is that no, the only victim in this conversation is the kid. I'm sure Kevin doesn't give. I'm sure Kevin is gonna be like, okay, I could just ignore you. My main thing when it comes to this conversation was the kid. You know, putting the kid in a situation that shouldn't be. This shouldn't be. This person, this child, shouldn't be in a conversation with grown men or about grown men. And I say the same thing to whoever talks about your kid now. They shouldn't. The kid, what the fuck does the kid have to do with anything? I understand their viewpoint when they want to call you a name and bring her up because of that situation. But I also think it's bad that you would put the kid in a situation when it comes to R wording. There's no one upping on that shit. There's no one upping when you try when you both groups trying to weaponize a child to prove that they're better than the other person, to prove that they're gonna shut up the other person. Yeah, indeed, Teton. But you also need to not use your kid as a weapon as well to shut these guys up by saying that they want to R word your daughter. No, like, why do you want to visualize that? No one wants to visualize a 10-year-old getting that. And by you repeating, like the first time you said it, I'm like, okay, what the fuck? As you can see in the video, I was like, oh, what? Mm-hmm. Like, it caught me off guard. And I'm like, oh, maybe he just said it out of heat of the moment because you guys were bantering with each other. But then when you guys kept repeating it, or you repeating it, I'm like, wait a minute, nah, that's not right. That's like it's I'm that yeah, that's not right. Like this kid doesn't know what's going on. This kid is somewhere else. This kid doesn't need to be talked about. And like I said, I told Kevin too. I'm like, hey, no, don't attack him. Call him names. Call him that he's this or he's that or he's worthless or whatever the fuck you want to call him. But don't bring the kids. Don't if you're gonna call them like a deadbeat, like they call you that, that's normal. Like that's a attack towards your parenting skills. They're not talking about the daughter, but when they start saying things about the daughter, to me, I'm like, it's weird, and it upsets me a little bit because it seems like both of you guys, you, Kevin, Bio, whoever brings up your daughter, is weaponizing her to 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 prove something to people that don't matter. I'm sure that in Kevin's eyes you don't matter, and I'm sure in your eyes Kevin doesn't matter. So to me, the only victim in this situation is the child. That, and that's why when I allowed you guys to use my stuff, I'm like, okay, maybe they're gonna use it to kind of joke around on and shit like that. I didn't expect the whole conversation where it came to, you want to do this to my this, you want to do that to my this, you want to do this. I'm like, like I don't know, like I don't know how to feel, what to feel about this, because it's it's a girl, it's a kid. I can't I can't I can't stay quiet, because mainly more because it was in my stream. It was in my stream, and my streams are more about talking about the people exposing the preds and exposing these type of things. I would never want to put in a conversation a kid getting R worded. So to me, that it's very, very, I guess, I think that's the only thing that has triggered me so far. Like, not trigger me like in a, like, oh my god, I'm gonna off myself or something. No, like in the like, made me think, what the fuck is YouTube about? Like, is it just you want to be better than this person, or you want to have better friends, you want to have be in a better group? What the fuck is the online world when you have to one up people with some crazy ass stuff? Hence why I use the remark, because they are the ones who keep bringing her up. I just got tired of it, so that's why I said, why would I bring up my kid? And I understand, hey, Tatum, but the approach that you went with, effective, but at what cost? You know, like people, maybe people that don't have kids are gonna be like, whatever. They don't think about it because they don't have a connection with their own child, that they could picture. They could be like, what the fuck, hey, no, like, no, that's not a effective conversation. What are you doing? Like I said before, me, like, I have my kids, right? I have my kids. I hug them every night. Have them every day. I talk to them every day. So to me, to say something like that and go inside my house and hug them, it would be, in my mind, like, no, like, that's awkward. Why am I hugging my kid? And just 5 minutes ago I said, oh, to another grown man, that, oh, you want to R word my kid? Like, my connection with my kids wouldn't allow me to ever put them in any situation, even like online, with random strangers. I think that's what triggers me, because I see my kids every day, every morning, every night, and I say good night to them and stuff like that. So it's hurtful to even think that anyone would put their kids in that scenario, even if the other person is bringing them up, like, hey, stop bringing up my kids. Hey, my kids attack me. Attack my character, attack me. Well, don't bring up my kids. Like, shut it down right away. Like, hey, don't bring up my kids, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, attack me. And I don't know. Like I said, my mindset might be a little bit different. I don't know. Again, while I played my part, if people like Kevin Bauer listen, never bring up my kids, then none of this would happen. And I like, I can't say they are, like, and I don't agree with them bringing up your kid at all. Like, I will tell them the same thing. that I'm telling you guys or you. The only difference, I guess, I could say when it comes to them is they're not lying about the stuff they're talking about. You lied a little bit when it came to saying that Kevin wants to R-word his daughter. Like that's good. That's a very outlandish claim, and I'm sure you were a little upset. I don't know. I can't read minds. I can't. I can't. What do you say? I can't say that what you're thinking because I don't. Everybody's minds is different. But yeah, yeah, and yeah. Kevin is not a pred. Whoever watches this right now, whoever watches this later, he's not. But if you guys want to keep that going, that's on you. But my stance. All right, peace out, Chain. My stance on Kevin is he's not a pred. He so all these people that are saying, "Oh yeah, I knew it." The UK police has to do something. Blah 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 blah. Like motherfucker, that's why you guys are sheep. You got like the people that believe so easily without exponential proof. Then you guys are idiots. Winter King, Sonia, Sonia. Who else? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? Acá afuera. Métete para adentro. See, my kids are right there, right? And they're gonna go to sleep right now, and I'm gonna be like, "Good night." They speak Spanish, but yeah, Kevin's not a pred, and I'm gonna keep saying that to whoever tries to say he is. All these people that hate him, they're hoping it's true, but yeah, it's not. It's not true. Uh, but besides that, I think that's a good amount of time for this part. I don't think I'll bring it up again. I'm not. I'm not a very. I don't like talking about situations like that because it's very odd. But now Bigfoot time. Nah, Bigfoot's fake, man. Uh, so the image I have, the image I have in my thumbnail. Um, Kim is a good guy. He just kills my brain cells. Yeah, sometimes. He needs to enunciate a little bit better. So we could understand sometimes. There's times that he talks too fast that you can't understand. So that's why a lot of people kind of make fun of him how he talks and shit. But it's all good. I don't mind it. People like to talk shit. I don't know how you guys get so easily offended when people troll you guys. I guess you could say they say some things that are not true that gets you upset. I laugh at it. Like I've been accused of being a pred. I've been accused of being having kids, doing my bidding. I've been accused of freaking being part of the MCE. I've been accused of so many things, and it doesn't bother me because I know that I'm not any of those things. But other people might get a little offended. I don't know if it's the autism or it's just because people care about what the online people say about them. I don't know. Not me. Bigfoot is real? Yeah, no, it's not. Where's it at? Soviet. Where's Bigfoot at? Let me know. You only seen like pixelated pictures. Like nowadays, you're not a ped. You're a good guy. I try to be sometimes. I see, but I'm a dick. Behind the scenes, I'm pretty fucked up. I do some pretty fucked up stuff behind the scenes, but not to like regular people. Mainly to like preds and stuff. Like we find addresses, but besides that, like keep derailing. The picture you guys see on my thumbnail. There's this guy that has been sending, I guess, femboy corn to a 17-year-old. He sent femboy corn to some guy, some kid named Inverto, right? And he was mocking he was mocking, I guess, his unalive intent, and yeah, so we did some digging, right? We did some digging. He's not very smart for giving his full name to us, so we possibly, maybe 99.99% chance that we found his location and his mother and where he lives and all that good stuff. Ethan is friends with Queen Aurora. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we're talking about Ethan. Ethan Sharp. I don't think he watches my stuff. I'm pretty sure maybe he might, but Ethan Sharp. Um, I don't think your mom, Cindy Horner, is gonna like, you know, people messaging her on Facebook that her kid is sending corn to underage kids. And you have to be, why is it always some alleged preds? They always live in Alabama. It is very, very odd that most preds that we have seen are from that area. You know, Alabama, South Carolina, so many. So Ethan, um, all I'm gonna say is 306. If you watch this, or you watch this tomorrow or whenever, just know that the 306. He lives in the same state as Andrew Hamilton. Most likely, we know where Andrew Hamilton lives too. We found him, but we know where Ethan lives. So Ethan, uh, it's not a good thing. Not a good thing. If you don't join a stream and talk to us about the stuff that you have done, then we might share this to other people that have been trying to find your location. But if you do, then we might like share your information to other people that have been trying to find you for the longest time. More so because you sent indecent images to an underage kid, and then you corn bombed it, and then you've been porn bombing a lot of different streamers. So we found you, and your mom. She's pretty cute. I'm just kidding. She's gonna kill me over here. My wife. She sees me from the window. She heard her say cute. She's like, huh? Who are you saying cute for? But yeah, Ethan doesn't get the I didn't know the age card because he knew 88 was 17. Yeah. No. We know Ethan knew that he was 17, and then he still porn bombed. He porn bombed, um, I think, what, Goddess of Mischiefs, and then I think Inverto. But hopefully, Inverto's doing good and staying away from the all this stuff. Hopefully, he's doing better. Um, I don't really want to talk about him much. All I'm going to say is that hopefully he is touching grass and enjoying in real life stuff, and his what do you call it, Sonic the Hedgehog shit. Ethan just didn't care. Yeah. So he doesn't care, but Ethan will find out soon that um, he shouldn't be giving out his real name that easily, because you know we rechecked his house. We looked around how his house looks. It's a very small ass house, 800 square feet, 2 bedroom, 1 bath. So, um, yeah. So we're looking. 810 is a cycle, just like Caleb Blogs. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who Caleb Blogs is, but if she's a cycle, then you know, uh, she'll get attacked, but not by us. I don't think we will. You know, me and Zexio's a little under the weather. That's why he hasn't been around much. I think he said he had the flu or something. So when he gets back, yeah, if Ethan wants to have a chat with us, we might not share his information, phone numbers, family members, stuff like that. Because fuck that guy. The motherfucker was sending images to underage kids and thought it was funny. Fuck that guy. But yeah, but at least Caleb Dog is a pedo like Ethan. Yeah, Ethan is something else. But we're gonna try to have a chat with him. He could join one of our streams one of these days and explain what he did and why he did it, and talk to his mom, Cindy. Um, she's not a very bad looking girl. She's a little skinny from what I see, but hey, she's 51 years old. What do you expect? I'm already giving out too much information because you like hearing my voice. See, that's why. Well, what time is it? Oh yeah, it's 6:52 over there. Is it 6:52 or 7:52? Yeah, 6:52. Yeah, but Ethan's bipolar. He's a weirdo, and he hangs around with other preds that extort kids for nudes too. That Romanian guy that he was talking about. That guy extorted underage kids to send inappropriate images of themselves. So he's around bad people. He hangs around with Dee Dee, Queen Aurora. He hangs around with the 17-year-old kid. Just waiting for him to turn 18, so we could finally do something. But as a minor, you can't really. The only thing you could do is uh, talk to the mother. But from what I hear, the mother is incompetent as well. So there's not much you can do legally to him. You could just warn people about that individual until he turns 18. Then it's fair game. Yeah, you're correct, Sloppy. Of course, Fee. I'm always correct. I'm just kidding. I'm 95% correct sometimes. I mess up sometimes. That Tarnio, yeah, I don't like him, but because he's underage, you can't really do much to him. You can only contact the school. I think school's over. You can contact the mother. The mother's not doing much. So legally, you can't do much. You could, I guess, mess with them, but that's all you could do. So for now, you're always right, Sloppy. Nah, V, come on. Once in a while, I'm right. Once in a while. But yeah, next stream, most likely we're gonna see if he joins. If not, then that address is gonna go into Zexio's forum. If you guys haven't gone to Zexio's forum to check out the preds that we've exposed and the information about them, you should. It has a lot of different preds in there, and yeah, enjoy that. Next week, most likely, if he doesn't respond to us, then we're gonna put all the information we have about him, phone numbers, address, family names, stuff like that, into the forum. So in case anyone wants to report them, then they have all the information readily available in there. Is it weird I'm craving for McDonald's ice cream right now? Ugh. At 7 in the morning? No, that's too early. That's eat an apple. An apple is good in the morning. It is the same thing as drinking coffee. Ethan had dated minors. Yeah, yeah. From what I hear, and from what he admitted, he did admit that he sent images to a minor. So, and then he sent inappropriate images to a minor too, a boy, 17, and that 17-year-old Stanley, Dee Dee, Michelle, Autumn, Akina, Shiro, John Davis, fucking all these motherfuckers was attacking a 17-year-old to the point where he wanted to unalive himself. And to me, that's not, fuck that guy, fuck those people. That's why we're on them. We're gonna, and I'm glad that there's a lot of people that fuck with them because they deserve that shit. Sheer over here, wanting to fuck his dog and shit. Our finger blessed his dog. I'm still not 100% sure on that. It just makes it. It's just funny. I don't think it's true, but if they have the proof, then shit. I can't dispute that. And let's not forget he knows the person. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, they all know. They all make it so they could feel better. They made it seem like, oh no, he's lying about his age. Nah, fuck that. Fuck those motherfuckers. All those bitches. We have. Never mind. I'm gonna say what we have behind the scenes. I've been sharing a lot of images of people behind the scenes, very inappropriate images of people behind the scenes. So uh, I need to stop. But all the images that I send out and or share with people are things about Preds. The ones that we have right now, that is a whole Google Doc, is Stanley's. There's a Google Doc of Stanley doing some really, really crazy stuff. I don't recommend it to anybody that wants to see a mentally disabled guy naked. I wouldn't recommend it. The Steve trolls are doing a great job. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, Steve and them, they do good. We could only do so much because we're smaller channels, but we try our best to keep at them still. But they have bigger channels, so they have a bigger audience. That maybe there's more people that be like, you know what, let's mess with this guy. And from what I've seen, yeah, it's been working. Steve always wins, how they say it. Why can't they take accountability? I don't know. Because they're Preds. They don't think they're doing anything wrong. They think that they're right. They think that nothing that they have done is incorrect. So in their minds, they're like, yeah, 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 we're the best. We're good. We haven't done anything wrong. We're not in jail, right? So we can't be Preds. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, you're Pred. You share CP. You share CP with all your friends, and you laughed about it. And now that you got called out, you're like, I never did that. That's AI. That's fabrication. That's the defamation of character. Like, shut the fuck up. You sent all those shit. You had that. You did all the things that people are accusing you of. And for some reason, these other fucking, I don't want to say the word. Well, I think YouTube allows it now. These retards fucking believe it. But the thing is that a lot of them is like Roxy Foxy, Stanley, John Davis. So they're all, alleged Preds. So Preds unite, and to me that's fucking weird. They're all uniting to form a Megatron. What is that? What is that? Power Rangers when the dinosaurs combined to each other. Megazord, I think, right? Megazord, but of the Predator version. I don't know. Fucking Predator, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and shit. I don't know. I don't know what to think about this shit, but I won't be doing no drunk streams anytime soon because they get pretty wild. I was gonna put the StreamYard link in, but I don't think By the time I put it on, I only got like 10 more minutes. If I don't, fuck it, I'll put it on. Whatever. Hold on. I'll put it on for if by by the 55-minute mark. If no one comes in, then I'll go to sleep. Go kiss my kids good night. And I gotta go to Dave and Buster's tomorrow. I gotta go celebrate some stuff. You still here, Fee? I appreciate you, Fee. I know you guys are still. It's so early. That's why I did it a little bit later. For me, it's 11 o'clock. So it's really late for me compared to really early for you. You're in the future, Fee. You're already in Saturday. I'm still on Friday. That's weird to me. Roxy Foxy is a pred. Yeah, possibly. They haven't sent her any food recently. Wonder why. Why has the why haven't they continued the? If they take accountability, no. They'll still fuck with them. You can't. Like if you said, "Oh yeah, I sent stuff like that. I sent CP to people." I don't think people are gonna be like, "Okay, we forgive you." I think that's one of the things that you need to get the fuck out of the internet. Like you don't come back. Don't come back. Come back to the internet. Like get the fuck out of here. We don't want those type of people in the YouTube world. I guess we don't want them in the world at all. But unaliving people is a crime, so you can't do it. But if there was a law that said if you were a pred, you could do that. Oh man, I'm sure there will be a lot less preds in this world. But sadly, there isn't. Ah, man, nice cold water and this nice weather. Didi would be gone. A lot of these motherfuckers will be gone. A lot of these motherfuckers will be gone, and we will be happy. Less kids will be traumatized. But the sad reality is that that's not going to happen. As we speak, I'm sure there's kids getting groomed. What's up, Rezi? How's it going, Rezi? I see you, Rezi. Hopefully you're doing well. Appreciate you coming in. You always come at the end, but I do appreciate you coming in. I see. John Davis is still messing with you guys over there and shit. Fucking limp dick motherfucker over here talking to little kids and shit, or me as a kid. In social, normally I come at the end. No, that's all good. It's all good for you. At least you come and say hello. I appreciate you. You've been one of the first ones that have been here. Okay, high and by low. I'm just kidding, Rezi. Stay. Yeah, no, but you guys, Rezi and Fee, you guys were like the first ones that were, in my streams. Even though maybe in the beginning you guys didn't like me because I was talking shit to Harry and Jules due to the fact they were friends with Jeffrey Strogan. But after we, talked, everything was good, and Harry's a good kid, and Jules likes to get into trouble a lot, but I guess she hasn't done anything too crazy. She wants to enjoy some drama, so she joins, drama stuff. So, but Harry, I like Harry because he's a pretty chill dude. He tries to stay away from drama, but sometimes drama does gets to him, and it sucks because he seems like a really good kid. Glad you and Harry is good. Yeah. I mean, Harry's a good. Like I said, like I didn't have nothing against him. He was just defending Jeffrey Strogan, and we found out he was sexting no kids and stuff like that. So I think that's the main reason we were on them, but not anymore. Hopefully, that foundation he was supposed to be going to, he's still doing that. My PS5 was broken and brought it to someone and it's fixed. Yeah, there you go. PS5, man. The PlayStation I've ever had was the PS3. PS3. That's the last console I've ever had. I haven't bought a new one in forever. I can't play video games. They're very time consuming. So say sloppy, say shiny and big. What's a real no? Soviet, you can't force me. We're not in a socialist or we're not in Cuba that you can make me do whatever because you're a dictator. But that's good, Rezi. I think I saw your post saying that your PS5 got broken or something. There was a power outage. There was a power outage, and I guess that power outage messed you up. What's up with What's up again with John Davis? Oh, John Davis. Well, he wanted to have intercourse with a 15-year-old. Luckily, the 15-year-old was a decoy, aka me. So he was wanting to have intercourse with what he thought was a 15-year-old, but luckily the 15-year-old was me. He was talking to me, but he in his mind he was talking to a 15-year-old. He was saying some very crazy stuff, sending penis pictures to me. That's why when I confronted him about him being on the 808 chat, then that's why I was like, you talk to kids and you go into these teen chats and you say some really weird things to these people, and shit happens. Hold on, who's this?
Who's this? Me. Anyway, I'm,
Oh,
I'm only going. I'm only going to be on here because my for just like probably 2 or 3 or less than 5 because phone's at 5%.
okay.
So I'm not going. Don't worry, something. I was going. It's going to be a 2-hour stream with just me
All right,
talking.
yeah, no, I was gonna end it like in an hour stream.
Yeah. That's what I was like. I was like, yeah, I'll come in for a minute. Yeah, no, I heard everything you said, and like I like take responsibility for what I said, and regarding the kids stuff. Again, regarding everything that has happened to Kevin as of late, I don't feel sorry, nor do I feel any type of way, regarding the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I take full responsibility on my end about how I worded it, and that's probably the only thing the only thing I regret doing, like the aftermath of what's been going on with Kevin, I don't regret, but the action itself, like what I guess what led to it, because but as I've said before, like these people, like they don't have anything to use on me outside of the kid and stuff from 4 years ago. They don't have they can call me a piece of shit and call me the devil. Again, I market that shit. It's not something that, offends me and all that. And it's just something that, again, call me a piece of shit. I don't even care about the deadbeat. I literally saw a movie at a movie store called Deadbeat by Dawn. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to one of my friends saying, hey, what's what I'm looking for? I was like, hey, they made a movie about me. Like, I joke about that shit because it's like that type of shit doesn't
Mm-hmm.
bother me, you know? But it's like these people who, again, like one thing I think they all have in common, Kevin, Bio, and Ulysses, they don't have kids of their own and they
Mm-hmm.
don't understand the stuff. And nor am I going to explain it to them because I said this
Hold on,
prior.
hold
Huh?
on. Is this the real Chase? Let me
Could
see.
be Eric.
Hold on. Hello.
Is this enough proof?
Oh, okay. There you
Oh,
go.
it
Yeah.
is.
All right. All right. All right. It's been a while since you came in here, so I was like, I don't know if it's him.
I know.
No,
I know. Eric is.
coming on here. I was basically been a long ass day with everything with the floods and stuff like that and the protests. So I just like woke up like an hour ago and just trying to get stuff done.
Yeah, and what do you call it? Yeah, the floods have been fucking bad, actually. Luckily, I know a lot of people got what was it? They lost power. What was it? Luckily, in my area, hell, even the snowstorm never had to deal with any power outages. A lot of
Even
people
with the power outages, we still got a couple of roads blocked, so it's been a bit of a crazy mess right now.
Yeah,
So
it's been.
hopefully it doesn't end up like the way California is right now. They got the Marines right now, and things are still. They went down for a little bit, now they're going back up. So it's a back and forth over there. So hopefully it doesn't end up the same down here.
Yeah, that's why I'm avoiding that tomorrow. I'm fucking. We're going out of town tomorrow to avoid that shit. Fuck that.
No, not for me. But no, I just came on for a sec. Oh my god. I'm not here to argue with anybody or anything like that. But no, I just clicked on for the heck of it to see like who was live because I felt like listening to something while I was making food. And I found out that Floppy was live, so I came on. I was listening. I only listened to about like 2 minutes or so. I thought, why not just come on for the hell of it?
For sure. Anyone.
The thing, I'll give you credit, Sloppy, for private. Like I didn't listen to the whole stream. I only listened to that one particular clip. And I'll say this. I mean, whether Shane was trying to get rid of Kevin or not, or shut him up for good. I mean, this is the straight up truth. It was one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard. I mean, not just the fact of saying involving like the R word and whatnot, but just involving your own child. It just, I don't know what it was, if you were drunk or something, or I don't know what it was. But the fact that you involved your own daughter into that, I think it was either a joke or trolling. Like, I'm not the only one that agrees with this. Like, I'll let Sloppy explain why he wanted to private the stream. But nothing against you, Sloppy. I mean, I'll give you credit for what you did.
Is it fair though to keep bringing up my kid?
People bringing up your kid and saying, if they're saying negative things about your kid, I don't agree with it. No, but it doesn't change what you did in using your daughter in that particular way.
No, I take responsibility for that, but I'm just using that like again. You, Kevin, Bio, keep bringing up stuff from 4 years ago.
What have I said about your daughter?
You still bring up stuff from 4 years ago when that's all been dealt with, and also to be fair.
Wait. What have I said about your daughter as of late?
Well, it's not just as of late. You've been how long have you been talking about this for? 4 years?
No, when was the last time I talked about your daughter on panel?
Recently, I got sent screenshots on from one of Kevin's chats, like a few days ago.
And what did I say?
You're regarding stuff from with my kid, talking about stuff about scary movies and shit like that. Again, so you're still bringing up my kid.
In what context, just so I can understand?
Showing talking about me showing scary movies or some shit, and like talking shit about that. Saying
that was the stream that you did 4 years ago when you wanted to come out after you were caught lying about your daughter.
See, here we go again. Okay, go ahead.
Well, when you talk about everybody has a chance to explain their side of things, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, Kevin played that stream that you did, and I was in the chat, and I talked about some of the things that happened at that time. So I basically explained the things like, why I originally wasn't there. Like that same day when you did that stream, I did a stream earlier that day, and you were inviting me to come on, and I said no. And I was basically, people want to know why I even went on there, and I already explained why. And I didn't want to get further involved in that situation even afterwards, mainly because you lying about your daughter, if you did it publicly when people like, Trevor, whoever was calling you a shitty father and they didn't know what was going on, that's one thing. You're basically trying to do it just to keep it from talking about your daughter is one thing. I would have understood that. But what bothered me at that time was basically you told people that were close to you that you met in person, that you broke bread with people like Dan and whoever else. You told them that stuff in private, that your daughter was dead.
And have all of them moved on and forgave me for that stuff?
Well, no, I did that. I'm not talking about that part. But I'm just saying, like, back then when the whole shit happened.
No, I know. I just want to point out the current aspect of things.
If they moved on, that's what I mean. For me, I've already moved on. It's like I'm not even paying attention to a lot of this shit. But when you're attacking friends and that's all they want to talk about, what am I supposed to do? Like last year, I still had the stream where I was playing Fortnite. I basically said on that stream that, you know, I just choose not to associate with you anymore. I wasn't going to make videos on you. I wasn't going to talk about you, not bring up your shit or anything like that. It's kind of similar like to what Will did when he talked about he didn't want to associate with Dan anymore. Not much of a difference between the two.
You forget that we were talking at the end of last year. So we were good until like the beginning of this year, actually. That's one thing you always forget to mention. You think it's because you blocked me. I didn't give a fuck that you blocked me.
Well, no, I blocked you first, and I unblocked you for a while, then I just reblocked you again. I blocked a lot of people. You're not the only person I decided to cut ties with.
No. I like my thing was you didn't tell the whole story because I really, because again, you and I were talking. We were in a group chat with a few people back at the end of last year.
What group
My
chat?
issue with you.
Wait, what was the group chat?
Remember the group chat regarding the whole AI thing when we were trying to figure out who was behind the AI stuff?
Was I in a group chat?
Yes, I still have the messages.
Well, I never technically said it was you. I never said it was particularly you. You were only as a possible suspect. That was it. I never said it was you.
No, I know that. That's why we were in the group chat trying to figure it out. And but then when
I don't even give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck about the AI shit. There's so much more real shit and like messed up shit going on right now. Like the whole AI thing, it's a scary thing nowadays and make things a lot worse. There's so much I can say about the fucking AI shit. Not just so people taking people's voices and mixing them up with videos or whatnot, but I mean it's ruined so many. I'll give an example. Like I used to enjoy going on the internet just looking at if you type like creatures caught on camera or something like that, you don't even know if it's real or anything anymore. It's completely ruins so much shit.
No, I agree with that. Now, something I was going to say though, the two things that really started our issues that you always forget to mention was number one, and this is again talking about Kevin being innocent, rich, because number one was when you said, if I find out it was you, you're not going to like what happens. Second thing that happened, and then I'll let you speak. Second thing that happened was when you had, what's her name on the stream and falsely accusing me of stuff. When you did that, that basically sealed your fate. That's the reason why you and I have been going at it since then.
All right, I'll respond to both of those things. The first one, what was the first
one?
That's
a lie. Anyway, go ahead.
What was the first one you said again?
When you commented saying, if I find out it was you're not going to like what happens.
Yeah, that one in particular. I mean, if you remember that AI, it involved not just my voice, but it also involved racist, slanderous words and friends of mine in real life that aren't part of this YouTube stuff. People that you've met before in real life and things like that. And if I were to find out that it was you and they found out, I mean, what do you think would happen? Because the first time you've done this shit, you talked shit about them before, and you claimed, you apologized or whatever. And I forwarded that message to them. All I did was say, "Cool, it's whatever." They had their own stuff to do. That was one thing. But like, how do you think they would feel like if you're still going on and you're involving, being racist?
How do you think Jordan feels about? That's why you kept bringing him up when he didn't want to be brought up.
I only brought him up in one particular situation. Well, it wasn't in a situation. It's mostly in a context.
Well, yeah, you brought him up a bunch of times. When Jordan.
Did I say anything negative about him or anything like that at the time?
Huh?
Did I say anything negative about him at the time?
As far as I know, no. But he didn't like that you kept bringing up the old stuff that me and him already buried the hatchet on years ago.
Well, I brought up Jordy was basically in a context comparing what you're doing to me compared to what you did to him. That was it, nothing more.
Well, the difference is that Jordan never accused me of fucking, or had a girl come on his stream and accuse me of fucking rape. So to be fair, what I did with Jordan was wrong.
I'll get to that part. I mean, the whole interviewing your ex thing, you could say you were joking around, but when you keep on saying that apparently I tried to get with her and all that, I've known this woman for, like, you broke up with her. I knew her for an entire year and a half. Mm-hmm. We never hooked up. We never dated, nothing like that. She was one in a relationship. I've always said before that, hold on, let me get this out of the way.
Go ahead.
Like, You saying that at the time, like I was already dating somebody, and that's causing problems in my real relationship with somebody. Not with your ex, I was with somebody else.
Yeah.
I think that shit is true. That caused problems.
To be fair, I didn't know that you were in a
relationship. Also,
relationship.
that I have a history of getting with people's exes. Like, whose exes have I gotten with exactly?
Crystal, and then my ex-wife. But
wait,
again,
who's ex? Who's Crystal's ex? You know, that's part of the situation.
Wasn't it with Sean?
They never dated though. They've only been friends. This was clarified by both of them many times.
Oh, then they hooked up or something.
With somebody else. Now, a guy named Patrick got with Sean's ex, so and those two are still together, probably as far as I know. So
now my question, because okay, so you had her on to clarify that part. That part I don't care about. It's not the part about the clarifying about okay, if y'all didn't, whether you dated her or hooked up with her or not, I don't.
I'm telling you, none of that stuff happened, and even she clarified it herself.
Yes, but you do understand it was like it wasn't that part that I was really bothered by. Again,
you're mad about the rape stuff. Is that what you're saying? Is that really what you're mad about?
Yes.
Okay, that stuff in particular, that stuff came out of her word. That came out of her mouth. The stream is still there.
Yes,
if this stuff
I know.
False, if this stuff is all I do is go by what she said. She explained her story, her side of things. If this stuff is false and it's slander towards your character, I mean, I don't understand. The stream is still there. You can take it to the authorities and report it.
You realize I can take both of you because you hosted the stream.
I mean, if you want to, then go ahead.
Like that was the problem.
It wouldn't be too hard to do. It'd be easy to do, especially since like the three of us live practically close to each other.
Well, like you and I both know, I don't
know what to verify as far as this goes. I mean, she said her side of things, and anytime I'd be hanging out with her, she'd be messaging me at 2 a.m. while I'm at work about apparently you bothering her, like way after y'all broke up, about how you're apparently like I've seen the screenshots coming from you about telling her that you're horny and you sending pictures of your dick and all this other crazy shit.
You know what's funny also is because like again, you realize you having that video up and DH's video debunking that, again, that hurts your credibility.
What video of DH?
The video where he exposed, because I sent him all the screenshots of the messages to basically debunk all the shit she was claiming during that period.
I mean, all I could do is let her on, and all she did was give her side. That's it. I haven't talked to that woman in how many months now? I've ignored any friend requests or anything from her. So,
well, yeah, here's the thing. This is what you don't understand. I don't give a fuck if you two hang out or do whatever, or even hook up. Like, that's the thing. Like, all this started because you couldn't handle a joke. I didn't know you were in a relationship. That's not my problem. We're not friends. I'm not supposed to know, hey, when is Chase or when is Ulysses in a relationship? That ain't my problem. That ain't something I need to know. So again, you're making you're saying,
you say it was a joke though, but quite a few people think that you were just, still just running your mouth. It didn't seem like a joke. That's the thing.
Again, the people, you may not be wanting to listen to other people because
and you do have a history of saying things. You could say you're joking, but they're pretty messed up. Like even an example, like earlier, like when you were talking about the Kevin Daddy and and that stuff you were doing. Like, was that really a joke or what the fuck was that?
Well, actually, I got a counter to that before I answer. You talking about messed up stuff. You've talked messed up stuff about DH's mom and other things regarding people who threatened to kill.
I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, yeah, I did. I did do a stream and I did talk shit about his mom and all that. I mean, hell, a lot of people have talked shit about the Dark Horse's mom for years. But no, that was after Dark Horse said some things that were pretty slanderous and that pissed me off. I will admit it. Yeah.
So you kind of understand how I would feel in your position when you're saying stuff or hosting a stream with some slanderous stuff regarding that. And also, if he was saying stuff slanderous, why didn't you take him to court?
What, DH?
Yeah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it hasn't affected my real life or anything. If it was to affect my real life, my work, or if it affected me mentally, or if I felt like suicidal or one thing, that part I could do, but no, but it doesn't. So it wouldn't really do much. because basically it's the internet. So, I mean, I've
So,
already talked to my attorney
so
about the whole thing.
so you understand, like even your stuff didn't affect my job because, like, even the stuff in 2021 didn't affect my job stuff, and it didn't affect my mental health. So you kind of
Okay, but
understand. So by
you're
that
making it
logic,
sound like I started all that stuff in 2021. When you
no,
had to
no,
remember,
no.
I didn't look up your personal information. I didn't contact your mom. I didn't
Well,
take a
here's the
week.
thing.
I didn't take a
Here's the
vacation to
thing.
give you a week to
Because you
do all
cut
that.
me off.
Yeah.
Hey, you cut me off, so let me finish. Then go
But
on. You're right. You're right. You didn't contact my mom. You didn't yeah. Like, did you leech off of it and make streams about it? Yes. Now, regarding what I said, I didn't imply that you started anything. I'm using, because you said you didn't go after DH for slander because it didn't affect you in any way, which is the same reason why I didn't go after that or this or anything like that regarding this whole situation, because it didn't affect me mentally. I'm not sitting awake can't sleep at night fucking thinking about anything. Like, even my fiance knows about the whole fiasco that's been going on regarding the stuff with the ex and all that stuff. So again, it's the idea that it hasn't affected me in any capacity in terms of not even YouTube, because again, that didn't really, like, I didn't lose friends over it and all this other stuff. So in essence, it did, like, none of that really affected me to that extent. So again, going by your logic, or why you didn't go for DH or slander, is the same reason why I've not done anything to that. Again, like, I have different methods to use outside of the obvious to do that, because again, and again, like I gave you the opportunity, just like I gave Kevin the opportunity to move forward, and you decide not to, which again is your choice, but just understand choices have
from the way
consequences.
I've been seeing it, I've been trying to move forward, but it gets a little irritating when either Kevin or somebody else send me stuff of you still talking on different streams. I'm probably sure I haven't even watched this stream since it started, but I'm sure you brought me up a couple of times still.
I like, here's the difference between you and me. When I do, I admit, but like, you understand when you have somebody on a you host a stream and you allow a woman to speak saying slanderous claims. Again, it doesn't affect you mentally or job wise or any of that, but you let her do that just because you're butthurt over a potential relationship that I had no fucking idea about getting affected. Do you not think
It's
that's
not
just
just a
going to go?
relationship
Let me
anymore.
finish.
It's not just a relationship.
Let me finish. I'm not done yet. Thank you. Like, the whole thing with all that is, do you think that's going to go away? Like, that type of stuff's going to go away, like, tomorrow, next week, next month? I'm just saying, again, if you didn't open your mouth with the whole, if I find out it was you, not even if I find out it was you, that was not the issue I had. But you're saying you're not going to like what's happening because, again, the tough guy mentality was out the window a long time ago. So the point is, regarding all that, is that if you, like, didn't open your mouth back then, none of this would have been happening. I'm guilty of the fucking, like, on my end of our issues. I'm not going to fucking deny that. But the problem, I think, with you is you can never take accountability for your own fuck ups.
What have I not taken accountability of?
Well, okay, so you openly, like, okay, here's something. Because again, I still got the screenshots to basically debunk all the claims that my ex was saying about me. So do you believe her? Do you believe she, like, did that or do you think she's lying about that?
Wait, did what? Send you screenshots?
No, about the screenshots regarding, I have the screenshots to basically debunk all the things that she was saying to you and all that regarding that whole situation. Also, funny enough, I remember when you and Bio and ZTV back in the day were talking mad shit about DH showing my medical records, but now you have no issue showing that. Hey, again, you gotta find some type of leverage from 5 years
Well,
ago, 4 years ago.
the whole medical records thing. I mean, Dark Horse is leaking that. I mean, I've even told you
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
up. Hold on, though. You know
Okay,
this
go
is
ahead.
true.
Go ahead.
Like, you're going to be able to take that and take him to court for that.
Just like, well, again, I could also take my ex-wife. I could take you to court for the same thing because you're still showcasing it.
Actually,
So,
there's a bit of a difference, though. I mean, I'm not the one. I didn't upload the video myself. I'm not my voice is behind it. I'm not the original creator of that video.
fair, but that video was gone outside of somebody creating, making a new video, and you did share it, which still holds you liable.
Actually, well, once DH uploaded the video, then Hero uploaded the video. I think it was him behind that account.
Yes, but you still showcase it, which still holds you liable.
I mean, if you think that's, if you want to do that, then go ahead. Like, I'm
Again,
not going to deny it. Did I show the video? Yes. But have I re-uploaded or anything? No. On my laptop, I have no videos of you on my stuff whatsoever. Not of you, DH, or anybody on my laptop. I'm not going around downloading people's shit. I'm not going to be doing all that, whatever the fucks. I'm not doing that shit.
I mean, you know what? Do you really?
Like, is there anything else I haven't held myself accountable for?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you want to be left alone? Because you and Kevin seem like you, even though I offered Kevin this, I'll offer this to you one last time. Do you want to be left alone?
Honestly, it's hard to give a full answer to this because I got a lot of other stuff on my mind right now involving real life.
YouTube wise,
I have to say, I mean, with you, I mean, I've already said even last year that I just prefer not to associate with you. That was it. It was
okay.
just my
Again, that's not the reason why we were going at it. Again,
do I want to be left alone by you? Yes.
all
It's
right.
almost the same thing that I said. I just prefer not to associate with you.
Okay.
It's
Well,
my decision. Nobody's telling me to or anything like that. If people agree or disagree, that's their thing. I'm an adult. It's my decision.
All right. Yeah. And whatever anybody else does,
Remember that. You're not the only person I've cut ties with.
Yeah.
So I have my reasons, so that's all there is to it.
All right, then. I'll make you this deal. And there's no adding to it. This is the only offer I'm giving you. Like, all I want, I don't want an apology. I don't want any of that shit anymore. You want me out, or want the thought of me on YouTube out of your life, because we don't deal with each other real life, so it's not really like it's affecting us in that way. Then I want you to delete all the video or any video regarding me on your channel. That's it. I'm not deleting anything on mine. I'm just not going to mention you going forward. That's what I want. You want it done?
If I do that, if I remove the videos or any videos relating to you, that's all I have to do and not speak of you? Remove videos, anything relating to you, and not speak of you on my channel. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, and preferably, because I know some people will try to download and upload, you could private them, and if anybody tries to re-upload them, you could copyright claim them or whatnot, just so that way no one tries to stir the pot. That's it. I won't, like, again, I'm not deleting anything of mine, but from this day forward, I won't mention you. Side jokes, side jabs, nothing. If anybody says that on my stream, I will check them and tell them to not mention you again, or they will get removed, punished, remove their mod, what have you. That's my offer.
You're talking about like all the videos that you have of me. I mean, you're saying you're deleting or privating, or what are you trying to say?
No, they're staying up.
Like,
but I'm not mentioning you going forward after that. Like I said, I'm not adding to that offer. That is my
saying, right? Is that what you're saying? But you're basically going to keep them up public. Is that what you're saying?
How about this? I'll give you something. I'm not going to delete everything, but I'll delete all the old streams of you, whether it's with DH or my ex or fucking whoever. But any like the Hangman Outcast or anything like that, that stays. Just because
I don't care about that. Let's say your little Hangman Outcast streams. I really don't care about those. I'm talking about any old videos that were originally mine or whatever streams.
Okay, yeah, that okay. You know what? Since again, technically they aren't mine in that way, I'll do that. And I'll private them. And I'll private them. And if anybody tries to re-upload them, since again no one else has copies as far as I know, I will take them down.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people believe that you got all that shit from DH.
No, from a third party, someone different.
Either him or Dallas. It was one of the two.
I haven't talked. I like outside of the stream that we were talking about random stuff on Punk's thing. We haven't talked about anything regarding that. But yeah, I'll private those. And if anybody tries to re-upload and start shit, I'll take them down. I'll be fair with that. So do we have a deal?
What do you think, Sloppy?
Well,
hopefully you're not drinking. It's not yet.
No drinking today. I'm sober as a whatever. I don't know what a sober. I don't know. That's you guys have your beefs. From what I've seen, I'm not trying to say no or yes, but from what I've seen, you guys will be quiet with each other for like 3-4 months, and then one little thing pops up, and it's all hell breaks loose again. But if it means you have 3-4 months of peace, I guess you could say yes. I don't know.
I'm not really paying attention to this shit. I'll say this. I mean, the only thing I see myself doing on YouTube mostly just playing video games. Just about. The only thing I'm uploading as far as videos is stuff that I've had from my trip or whatever's on my phone to make space for other stuff. That's it.
Yeah, like, I'm not. Chase,
I'm not like watching a lot of these people's other streams or whatever the fuck, and it is what it is. And so, like,
also to add to that, if anybody else talks shit about me elsewhere, I'm not gonna add you to that. Just in case you're, because I remember we had that agreement back then, and then some people broke it. So, like, basically, if anybody else like Kevin or Bio talks shit about me elsewhere, I'm not like my focus. If I go after them, will be them and them alone. And like I said, we both keep our words, then we have nothing to worry about.
I got a problem on my part. I know freaking the one thing I'll say is probably also the whole DH thinking that it is what it is with him. I mean, I knowing him for years and how he is, it's the whole thing about me. I want to get this out of the way real quick. The whole thing about me breaking the agreement or whatever. Technically, Dark Horse already broke that about a week after we already did, because basically, and you're testifying to this, Chayton, that instead of, he didn't private them, he just unlisted them, and you were sharing them on your community tab. And I was asking him, like, I thought you private him, but he said apparently he was sharing them with his cousin or whatever. And it could have been like where I could have said, like, fuck this afterwards or whatever. I just left it alone, whatever, because in reality, I don't care about these old streams. Have I talked shit? Yeah. Like, there's a YouTube channel right now of me up talking really, really fucked up shit back in 2010 while playing Xbox Live.
Shit, like, I didn't see. That's I'm not trying to cut you off, but that's like anybody saying I'm obsessed or anything like that. I didn't even know about that. If I knew about that, like, again, that would have been shared. But again,
quite a few people don't know about it, but some people do, and it is what it is. But I mean, even if somebody re-uploaded all that shit from 2010, where I said this was way before I met mostly any of you people, and like back then,
I wasn't even on YouTube until 2017. So, and I didn't meet any of y'all until like 2020.
It was old gaming of me and others where we would trash talk each other. We'd be saying the most messed up stuff you could think. You think the same. I always said when I talked shit about DH's mom, like after he did that shit to me, it was nothing compared to the shit I was saying on that. Because a lot of people
to be fair,
it could be racist, it could be homophobic, it'd be crossing so many fucking lines. It was basically trash talking battles back then.
I was going to say it's Xbox Live game chats. Of course, it was like I'm not like I know a shit ton of people who did that. So trust that's if I'm being honest, that's stuff I wouldn't care about, because that shit was back when that was more. Not saying it was right, but that was more okay. I guess the best way I could say it, not that it's really okay, but it's just like the idea that
It was easy
Yeah.
to do back then, but you can't do that shit anymore. I know certain people saw it. I'm sure, like if people like DH or whatever, they'll try to re-upload that or say I'm a racist or I'm a homophobe or whatever the fuck by using that old shit. That's what 15 years old. I was a teenager. Like Jesus Christ.
I did. I will say this. I like to what Rezi's saying. I did offer that to Kevin the other day, and he said no because he doesn't trust me. I told him. I said, Kevin, it's a win-win situation for you. Either A, you get me off your back, or B, you if I did go back on my word, you could brag about me being me. What's the word I'm looking for? Me, fucking like you being right and all this other stuff. But he says that I could make multiple fake accounts. And I'm like thinking again, until you have actual proof that I am behind any of these accounts, then you gotta fucking until you jump to conclusions, you gotta confirm it, and then you could say, oh, it's me. Because again, that's again, I offered that to Kevin the other day when he came onto my stream because I was just like, first I was just gonna offer, like I wasn't even gonna offer it, but I was like, you know what? If he I saw a comment where he said he wanted to be left alone, and I'm like, okay, I wanted to put that to the test because if you do, then, and I didn't even ask him to do anything. I just asked him, hey, you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. Because he doesn't really post a lot. He more posts community posts about me, from what I'm told. He doesn't really post videos on me, not frequently. So therefore, I don't really have a need for anything. But
he said something about apparently that you call him a pedophile, apparently, but you also said that he had pictures of your daughter.
well, I do know. He said his Facebook's been deactivated. I can't confirm that because again, we both have each other blocked. So, but I do recall, I didn't have the stream per se, so this is going to be, I'm going to use this as a ledge because if I don't have the stream in question or the video, I can't really showcase it because again, but I'll use the term alleged because I rather say this instead of anything. Like, I saw there was a someone sent me a while back a video of him going through his Facebook, and it had my ex-wife's stain on there. So like that could have been the explanation there as to how, because that was the whole thing with how he could have gotten the pictures, because nobody else would. Like, my Facebook's private. You got to be able to be friends with me to even look at any photos, because I have pictures of my daughter on my Facebook.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, I never see, like, do you have proof that he actually had the photos? I haven't seen it, Kevin, with any photos of your daughter.
As far as actual proof, no. I even openly said regarding the pictures themselves. Like, my whole thing was just how he got, like, again, how he got quiet. But again, I tried to offer him the opportunity to move on from everything. But because again, my whole thing is he keeps
With
saying
Kevin,
he wants to be.
Kevin, though, I mean, you've seen how he is even just towards Arthur.
Oh yeah. That's why I told. That's why, like, again, I was like thinking, okay, because my whole thing is he says he wants to be left alone. Therefore, I'm like thinking, okay, here's the I will at least give you this, Ulysses, while we have our issues. I will at least say, because again, I'm trying to be fair with the terms of everything. And as soon as I leave this stream, I was able to charge my phone, by the way, Sloppy, if you're wondering how I'm still on here, because I told you my phone was at 5%, but I was like, all right, since we're getting down to brass tacks, I might as well stay on for a moment.
I totally forgot, but yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, well,
I'll let you guys
damn.
talk. I'll let you guys talk. I'll be muted.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so regarding all that, damn, I'm trying to think what I was saying. Oh yeah. No, but after I leave, I will private all the old streams of yours that were on the channel, like ASAP. So
Who's Resi?
And again, I will private them only because I don't have no issue deleting them. That's not the point. The point is, in case anybody tries to re-upload them to start shit, I could just easily take them down. So
I mean, everybody already knows about it. I mean, fuck. I mean,
Yeah.
people do end up re-uploading it or whatever. I mean, it's just this. I mean, I won't deny my past doings. I mean, we're none of us are squeaky clean. We've all said done shit on the internet, whatever, one way or another. So I think it just only gets irritating when you have to talk about it over and over again. Like nobody has anything else to talk about. Like if you want to know something, just fucking ask. And like if you want to know the answer, I mean, either I've already answered it in past videos or what.
And I agree I agree with that, Resi, regarding the stuff regarding me and Kevin. That's and again, I offered him that opportunity. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, and again, that's the whole point. And you know, and again, like I said regarding this whole situation, if Kevin still goes after me, if Bio goes after me, I'll handle them alone. I'm not gonna, and you know, I'm not gonna bring Ulysses into this. I'm even trying not to bring ZTB because even though I'm still working on that because I know ZTB's not been around, so therefore there's really no reason to bring him up. The only thing I like outside of talk about a certain part, the only thing I've really brought him up regarding anything negative was I think a critique or a thing where he said why people choose not to associate with him anymore is because people are either racist, homophobic, or what was the other one? It was bigotry, homophobia, or not bigotry. Fuck, I can't remember what the third one was, but one of them was
Kevin's, I think cut off. What did you say? You said it was Kevin or who?
Oh, ZTB. I critiqued something he said many weeks ago. This was a while back, where he talked about why people forgave me but not him, and he believes it's because people are racist or homophobic or something else. I can't remember what the other one was.
I don't think that'd be the case.
I don't think like the people who cut ties with him. I can't speak for them, but I'm pretty sure that it's not because he's black. I'm pretty sure it's not because he's pansexual. And whatever the third reason was, again, I can't remember exactly what he said, but I'm pretty sure that third one was also not there. So
I can't say much about ZTB, and I mean, people could say whatever they want. I mean, we haven't even seen ZTB on a stream in quite a while. Well, almost 2 months.
Yeah, I think the last time
people will have a decision to come on, either talk to him or not. So I'm not going to get into. I'm not going to make any, speak too much about that at the moment since ZTB's not here. So
yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna get going because at least I'm glad that this was resolved.
I was going to ask one more thing about the whole thing. Like, do you believe Kevin is a pedo?
Do I?
Yeah.
As far as like logistically, like actually, I'll say it. No. Like, but my whole the whole thing with Kevin is not like the spreading the word because I'm just trying to spread it. Like, my thing was Kevin's called me a pedo. Kevin's called Arthur a pedo for many years. And so, like, the hate he's been getting because of this, to me, with all the shit he said about Arthur and even me and some other people who now, again, are there people that Kevin go after that are confirmed preds? Yes, I'm not going to fucking sit here and deny that. But it is the idea that the hate he's been getting. Like, how do you think Arthur's felt? Yes, has Arthur fucking talked shit to Kevin too? Yes, I'm not going to deny that. But as far as like, again, if you want to talk shit about somebody, go after them directly. The reason why, like, I went after you, Kevin, or Bio Low wasn't because just for shits and giggles. Bring up the kid or bring up again
the whole Kevin thing. I mean, you did say before, because even though me, Bio, ZTB, and whatnot, we kept our mouths shut because Kevin said something, and you said apparently that means like you're going to come after all of us. That all of us are responsible, which we're not. I mean, we're not responsible for what Kevin says. You already know how Kevin is. You've known him for years. You know how it'll be. Even I've told like Kevin, like I don't believe Arthur's a pedo or anything. If I did think that, I would never.
No. I will at least give you this. You try to check him when it comes to that. I at least give you that because, again, I feel like since, from my understanding, you and Arthur are friends, you know. So I would think, like, to me, like, I wouldn't let somebody else come on a stream and call the guy, my guest, who I have no issue with, call him a pedophile with any proof. But again, it goes back to, again, the stuff Kevin's been doing. And
It's a stream on my old channel where I tried telling him that. Even Dan was trying to say things, saying that
yeah, I was in there. I was in there.
Yeah.
I remember it was you, me, Dan, Jordan, Kevin, that one guy who Kevin thought it
There was
was
a lot
Peter
of
Gilmore.
that debunked a lot of shit that were on my channel, but because my channel was taken down, a lot of it's gone now. So it's like,
Yeah, that wasn't like no, because I kind of like I kind of wish that like that video was still up, because that did there was like there was a lot again that kind of is what bled into the ZTB thing regarding.
somebody downloaded it with the way things were in that stream going on, Kevin. And I feel like somebody probably downloaded it. Who knows?
Yeah, I did, like, personally for me, I didn't, because I didn't I thought it was not saying anything wrong, but I thought it was weird that your channel got taken down, because I'm just thinking to myself, some of us say the most heinous shit on here, and like, for whether it's calling each other names or saying we're this or we're that, and yet our channel doesn't get taken down. But when it's something just like something just random happens, it's weird. But then again, YouTube is fucking stupid.
Oh, it's definitely stupid. That's why I just rather just be playing video games mostly on this site.
Yeah.
So now, but now I don't really think Kevin's a pedo or anything like that. I mean, there are times where he really should just like stop with certain things. So it's gonna be up to him because he's an adult.
Yeah.
I think he's a little younger than me. I can't remember. But I mean, you'll have y'all issues and stuff like that. And I'll tell you this though. I mean, the stuff that you said, what you said in that on Sloppy's thing. If you were to say that to even someone like me, even I wouldn't know what, because you said that Kevin had no response to what you said. I'll be honest, even I wouldn't know what to say if you were saying that shit towards me. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's just
the reason why I and again, I'm not saying that like me saying it is right or it's wrong. I'm not going to sit here and try to sugarcoat it before or even by explaining to you. Just let it be known. The reason why because and again, I'm not, I don't need timestamp or anything, but we all have, like, y'all have said at one point in time, you, Bio, Kevin, I give ZTB credit. I even said this prior, that he doesn't really bring that up. He more so just talks about his current issue with, well, at the time, current issue. Again, as far as I'm concerned, we just, are doing our own things. But regarding that, ZTB never really brought up that shit to try to use it as a weapon. My issue was, like, it gets tiring with all that stuff. Yes, did I bring it upon myself 4 years ago? Yes, I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't deserve the hate back then. But, like, I've moved on. I've made my repents towards that mistake. I've like, if you want to call me a deadbeat or call me a fucking piece of shit or call me a fucking, I don't know, saggy titties or something like that, like, I market that, or call me the devil. I market that shit. I don't fucking take it and be like, oh my God, like again, because a deadbeat could be like kind of like what Sloppy said earlier. It cannot do anything.
where deadbeat came from, like where the name was invented, like where it came from.
I don't know who first brought it up.
Well, I'm talking about but when the word deadbeat was made, like when it was invented. Do you know when?
Are you talking about the actual word, or are you talking about on YouTube?
The actual word.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not saying the word. Like, the word doesn't. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you.
The word was created basically when soldiers would like try to fake injuries to avoid doing their duty.
Really interesting. I should know this is because my grandfather.
Yeah, it's been also used as far as deadbeat fathers and all that. I'm just saying, I mean, with your actions and everything, with the whole thing with the daughter thing, that's basically where the deadbeat thing came off. So I'm not getting involved. I'm not looking up those. If Kevin did have a photo of your daughter, I mean, if he did show it, I'd be uncomfortable with him. Straight up, I would.
Yeah, I like any grown man that's not the father, or even, like, I would even say a family member that's not like the father or a family member. Like, now granted, there are some weird family members. I'm not going to say that all family members are fucking good, but just in general, the generalization. But
It was
a
already
random
creepy
dude.
enough when fucking Hero had pictures of your daughter. It was already creeping up from that. Like anybody else that was just going to have you photos. The whole thing with the whole Steve thing. I mean, I understand. I know you were trying to say that shit's all fake, but no, that shit's very real.
I
Like all
know
this
he's
shit
in
going
jail.
on.
That's the part that I did. That what's the word I'm looking for? That's the part that like I know, and I've had other people confirm that to me that he is in jail. The how and why really hasn't been disclosed from anybody.
I can
At that
only
time I deemed
I can
credible.
show person from the charges that I pressed on him, or any family members that might have pressed on him. You gotta understand, it's like more than 9 charges against this guy, and he's been doing this act for the last 11 years.
And I will
It took
say
multiple
this.
people.
I will say this. I don't fucking sympathize with like regardless of who put him there. Like I believe
I'm
that
saying it took
fucker.
multiple people, multiple reports
Well,
on
yeah,
this guy.
yeah. But like my point is, I don't like because trust me, I know I like we've all have dealt with. I know you've dealt with him probably worse than others, but
And that's the
you know
thing, though. Why did you say like all this thing going on with Steve, or my thing with Steve and court thing or whatever was fake? When you already know the amount of years he's been harassing me, or he took a picture of himself in front of my cousin's house, tagged me, put it on his community tab. I still have a screenshot of that. Or sending stuff in the
I got
mail.
sent a video that was very similar to the picture you showed. That's why.
I showed a picture of one of the things he was doing behind a window and stuff like that. Yeah, peeping through somebody's house. Yes.
Yeah, I got sent. Yeah, I got sent a video that was very similar. It was by somebody else saying that, basically telling a similar story. So I don't know if that was somebody actually true or just somebody trying to stir the pot. He didn't mention you, as far as I know. I can't. Again, this was months ago, so I don't have the link on me. But
I'll tell you what, he did this to multiple people. And
yeah,
I
well,
was only
yeah,
showing
I'm
some of the stuff of how messed up he is. Like, I didn't just show that. I mean, I've also been showing the stuff. Even going to fucking New York just to apparently meet up with Peter. For God's sake.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He fucking. Oh, there's my shake. Thank you, sweetie. Anyway.
The guy's even done things like you guys already know for a fact. I believe Kevin still has the stream on his channel where I showed where he mailed me a black dildo, for God's sakes.
Well, and I was gonna say regarding Peter, I know yeah, Peter sent me that video too back in the day.
He doesn't allow that shit on himself. I mean, a lot of us try to tell him to stop with these people, but he didn't.
Yeah, that's why we were
him.
trying to like back a year ago or 2 years ago now. I can't remember when
I don't
you
know
did
if
that.
anybody still has that video of us cutting ties with him or not. I have no idea.
I think somebody did, but it's not. I don't think it's on YouTube anymore. Because I listened to it because I wanted to. Like again, sometimes I'll listen to certain streams, especially if there's chaotic streams. Because when I'm at work, I put my headphones in. Sometimes I'll listen to music. Sometimes I'll listen to that, and those streams usually pass the time at work. I don't like. I don't go to everybody's fucking video. But, oh, who's talking about it? I'll listen to a random stream I did. Like I'll listen to the Outcast or something, and a chaotic part in it. I'll be like, okay, let me listen to this, and fucking 2 hours are gonna pass by, right? So, like with me, I'll try to see. Okay, what about this stream? Oh, I couldn't find it. Yeah, because someone did have it up back then, but you know.
All right, Chain. Before I let you guys talk more again, are you going to tell the people that you told, like Funny Guy, J Dog? There's a lot of people that to cut ties with Kevin because of a lie. Are you going to correct that?
I'll ask this. Well, actually, I'll make this offer to Kevin.
Well, do you want to talk to Kevin and let him on? I mean, I'll mute myself or whatever.
Because I'll say this, I'll retract mine, but I really want him to just admit if he has no proof regarding Arthur and or me regarding any of the stuff he's falsely accused us of. I feel like it's only fair that we both make retractions on our own claims.
I don't think he's going to retract Arthur, but I don't know about what did he say about you? When
he re-uploaded that old clip from 4 years ago, he put he R-worded her. I have the screenshot for that. Just FYI. So it's gone because I basically threatened to take it down.
Wait. Kevin said that you R-worded your daughter. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
I think his wording. He said that you were trying to accuse him of R-wording his daughter.
No. I got the screenshot. Trust me.
Are you sure? Because you know how Kevin writes, so that's why I'm trying to. There's one that I saw that he said that
like
wrote,
to be fair, he really needs to be careful with his wording. You don't care if his mental issues or whatnot, because again, those things can be very difficult if and all that stuff. So that's what I'm saying. He said, and I quote, he R-word her.
Let me see.
Want to come on and
The
answer?
video's gone, but I have the screenshot of the word. Let me. I think I have the link to that video, and the video's gone, but I can at least get that. Give me a second. Hopefully, I don't get bounced out of here.
Yeah. Because from what I see, a lot of people cut ties with Kevin because they all think that he has pictures of your daughter or something like that.
Well, they think, or they actually saw him with pictures of the daughter.
No. He doesn't have any pictures. So there, the stream, the 7-minute video that Chayton has on his channel, that has a conversation between him and Kevin. Kevin didn't have his headphones on, right? And then so he was just Chayton was talking, and then you hear him pick up the headsets, and he puts them on, and then he's like, "What's going on? My headset fell, whatever." And then Chayton said something about like, "Oh, he was looking at my daughter's pictures," and Kevin was talking to someone else. I guess in the room there was someone else, a guest or a company or something, and maybe the person that was in the room asked him something, and Kevin answered, "Yeah." At the same time that Chayton was asking him about, "Oh, you have my daughter's pictures," and it made it seem like Kevin said yes to Chayton, but in reality, he was saying yes to the guest that was in the background, and you could hear the guest ask, the voice of the person in the background, but because Chayton dislikes Chase, or that Chayton dislikes Kevin, so he kind of started to that Kevin has pictures of his daughter and stuff like that.
I'll tell you this though. I mean, like a lot of people just now just seem to believe whatever somebody else says. Like anybody that says something first, a lot of people seem just to believe whatever, and it's one of the reasons why I cut ties with a lot of people, because I feel like quite a few people can't use their own brains at times. Even the most ridiculous shit. It's been like, what the hell? Like it's.
I sent you a screenshot, Sloppy. By the way.
Oh, all right, let me.
It was from a group chat regarding that.
All right.
In a video, I mean, like I said, saying, if you were using it to try to burn Kevin, it mostly made you look more bad than Kevin when you made that thing. And Sloppy, how did you feel when you put that up? I know you privated it for a reason.
Well, I did tell him if I could upload. His issue's not with that; it's just the copyright thing. That was something we talked about behind the scenes.
Yeah, my issue with stuff is when I allow people to use my stuff, and they use it, but then someone is using it to respond back to them, and they copyright. To me, that's unfair, because if you're able to criticize someone for with my content, then you should be able to allow the person to respond back with my own content to the said accusations.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I saw a post that Shane made about him flagging Kevin Daddy's or what was it, the video, and Shane was like doing laughing emojis saying like, "Don't upload my content, ha ha ha," or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
So it says right here, the first time he lied about his daughter, he R-worded her. Yeah, so it sounds like it, like he said that. The
And then one
first
thing,
So to me, to me that's to me that would only be fair if both of us retract that. You know, if he I would really like for Arthur's sake for him to do the same with Arthur because he's been slandering Arthur for all this time. And to me, again, what's happening with Kevin, he's been getting a taste of his own mess. And to be fair, is it right? No, but in this case, I've been tired of playing clean with some of these people. And that's just to me that's a fair trade-off in that regard.
Mhm.
I don't think he's going to do it, but
Well,
that's not,
I think he won't do it with Arthur because Arthur has made fun of his, relative or parents,
but
and
to be fair, that shouldn't give him the reason. Like, make fun of his parents, make fun of him. Like,
the
don't
issues
throw that
between
claim out there.
wait, hold on. The issues between Arthur and Kevin, that's been going on for years. That's more of like beating a dead horse kind of thing. So,
Fair. Well, then I'll
like,
just leave it with me. Like the Arthur and Kevin thing, that could be done. That could be their own thing. But that would be what I feel like is fair for both of us. He retracts that claim, I retract mine. I feel like that's only fair.
I'll tell you this though: anybody that has pictures of other people's children on their thing, I'm not going to associate
That
with
are
them.
not theirs. Yeah.
Because it may make no sense. I mean, I've had
Or
that
kids
issue
in
all with
general.
people.
If you're fucking yeah.
Well, anybody. I mean, it wouldn't make
Yeah.
sense for another person to do that shit. I remember you said something about me saying something about horror movies or whatever. I was only talking about the 2021 shit that was going on, and back then, and then when your DH interviewed your ex-wife and stuff like that, and talking about how your daughter was in therapy because apparently you showed her horror movies like The Nun and all this other stuff when she was like 3 or
Okay.
4 years
You know
old.
what? I'll talk about this because it's actually funny, just because of the how she stretched it out. So I had like back then I collected pops, right? And my mom and my daughter were sitting there, and we were showing her different pops, and she would look at it, she would look at the back of it, and then she determined if it was scary or not. Then she put it away. I hand her another one. It was like in the box, right? So she just look at the front and the back of the box. She look at one, she, ooh, she like it or something, and then do it like that. That's the part I never showed her the nun or Chucky in that regard. Have we watched scary movies before? Yes, but it was stuff that like
But
when
she
we
never
were.
saw movies like Chucky or anything like that.
No,
Because
no, I
apparently
didn't
she had
like.
nightmares about apparently like Chucky coming to get her or your
No,
mom and stuff like that.
no. That was when I heard that. I'm like, it took me a minute to try to figure it out, and then I came to a realization. I'm like, oh, that's referring to the pops. I didn't say, oh, if you think the scary Chuck is gonna come get you. I just like it was a little joking thing we did and she wouldn't be like or she wouldn't like fucking cry or do anything like that. She just like look at it all serious, and then she'd be like scary, and she literally want me to keep like giving her once to look at and observe. Um, so it wasn't the fact that so yeah, and when was it? Oh yeah, this was probably around 2019, 2020, if I remember correctly, around that time, because I was like, when did The Nun come out? It was like 2018. So that's why like that part right there is was what's the word I'm looking for, was stuff that again was twisted to try to make the narrative good. Because like, did I show her some scary movies from time to time? Yes, but there were stuff that I felt that were not as graphic. Like, for example, I'm not like the Chucky movies are very graphic. I wouldn't have, like, I showed her one of the Halloween movies. It was one of the tamer Halloween movies. I didn't go and show her Rob Zombie's Halloween because fuck, I wouldn't let my kid watch something like that young. Um, Terrifier or these other movies, like these graphic, but stuff that I felt like we even watched Goosebumps, and she would play like she would act like she was scared, and I'd tell her, "Hey, you want to turn it off?" And she's like, "I'm just joking." So it was like stuff like that. We watched Goosebumps. Um, it's stuff like that, and it irritated me that she would go over there and try to say that I did this stuff, and she wasn't even like this was around the time she wasn't even in state at the time. I was still visiting her. like the last time I saw her, and Tom and Jordan can attest this because they saw her in the stream. It wasn't a stream that was
I remember Tom talked about that. He talked
yeah,
about that.
yeah. Yeah, she even like, and him and Jordan openly told me she did not seem like a kid that was terrified of me. And that's the thing with all that, was that, like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, like, did I make mistakes back then? Yeah, but did I like there's a lot more to the story that nobody ever really knew, and only a select few people do know. And that's just how it is. Like, but yeah, like regarding the nun thing, that part, like, it was just something that I thought was weird. Not you bringing it up, but I heard it brought up again. And
Well, yeah, because that's during, like I said, it was back during 2021 when Kevin played that stream. You got to remember, like, you had a lot of us questioning, like, why exactly you lied about your daughter dying, and some of us thought the worst of the worst, like why you didn't.
And I will say this,
things like that, it made things very questionable.
And I will say,
go ahead. When you think about it, because like we're thinking, oh God, did we let somebody? And probably if Sloppy was around, he'd probably be thinking the same way.
I'm sure he would have, like, and that's what I'm saying. And I want to look at I want to comment on Zexio. I don't have any issue with Zexio. I'm not, but like I get like I pray, like, again, people are still trying to use this as recent material. The documents that were questioned were a testimony that was never really validated, because I was never charged for beating, like everybody says, I beat my ex-wife. I was never charged with anything. And if I beat, I think she said something in a statement where I beat her up at a court, outside of court. That would be very hard to just get out of. Like the bus stop that she said that I did this is right next to the courthouse, and there's no charge of me even being arrested for anything like that. The harassment stuff was dropped. The animal abuse stuff was up, and that was a whole other thing regarding the house that I was living with my mom many years ago that we sold.
I don't remember the whole details. I remember, I believe it was like when Mama Bear looked up your background history. There was 2 things you were guilty for. It was telephone harassment and assault.
Oh, the assault, that was when I was 17 in 2012. That I admit, I was fucking, the harassment stuff, like that stuff got deferred and all that stuff. But I will say this, the fucking assault thing from 2012, way before I met my ex-wife, that I'm guilty of. I got into a fight. That fucking shit I'll fucking own up to.
That part's kind of funny because, like, I mean, the only time I've been arrested was getting into a fight at 17. You guys used the fuck out of that shit. Like I killed somebody or something.
Man, I'll take responsibility from now on my end. But like I said, though, like that's the only thing I don't believe.
I'll bring one more thing up. I mean, with all that, I know it was. I mean, I heard about this. I mean, that Jordan and his mom looked up my background stuff. I have nothing to hide, but I was like, wondering why the hell they even did that. But it's whatever.
And regarding child abuse or child neglect, again, there was no charges filed, and there was nothing to that regard. Also, unfortunately, Bio's old stream was taken down, but there was a video that basically debunked a lot of claims regarding all that, because her dude that she was with was found that he was the one that was abusive to her and her kids, who she got with after me. You remember that Lee guy, Ulysses?
Which league?
Lee.
The Lee thing?
Remember Daniela's ex? Or
I know
at the time was her fiance?
Well, I remember that part, but what about it?
No, but like there was documents I received during our divorce settlement, or that regarding shit that had to do with how she lost all of her kids. They were going to bring them to me, because even Jordan's mom and I were talking at that time, because of the fact that I was basically the go-to person.
I don't remember that part about her losing her kids and giving them to you. I don't remember any.
They were supposed to, but then because due to us still at the time being legally married, I was legally responsible for the 4 kids. But that kind of, again, we got the divorce finalized many years, like I think 2022. So that kind of became null and void.
That part I remember you guys still being married and her being in Michigan and stuff like that. You would still be, you're technically like still the father, even though, like, I think it was like three of them didn't shout out your dick. It was only one of them, but it was just, it was still the Michigan law thing where apparently you're still the legal guardian.
Sure. And to be fair, those, like, again, even the person who originally uploaded those videos also knows that wasn't true. So again, I would kind of, again, these are old stuff, so I would kind of refrain from, because this is
like a lot of this stuff now. I mean, a part of me is like wondering why we're talking about this particular stuff. I mean, it's already bad enough right now because both
I'm
you
pretty sure.
and your ex-wife are, like, your daughter's now in foster care. I don't know what's going on with the.
That's another thing. That's another thing you didn't know. She hasn't been in foster care for, I think, almost 2 years.
She's been in foster care, or she hasn't.
She hasn't. She was adopted by a family.
She's now in foster care, and like I said before, I mean, it's.
I was in foster care for.
I truly believe that a kid should have, like, both her parents, or her mom and her dad.
I at the time, what do you call it? She was, what's what I'm looking for? She was like she was for a period of time. There was a foster family that I spent some time with when my grandfather had Alzheimer's. This is going back years, but they're a family I still kept in contact with, and they were looking to put her up for adoption. I asked if they could have this family adopt her, due to the fact that they took care of me during that period and they were great people. And so they went through all the background checks and all that with them, which I knew that wasn't going to be an issue regarding them, and they adopted her. That was I was the source of getting.
Something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
How come, like, why don't you adopt your daughter, like, or why don't you get her back?
At the time, this was around the time that all this happened. At the time,
like right now, though. I mean, like, even though you may have signed over your rights, there's still like a way to, like, get rights back and even adopt her or get her back.
I at the time, like, currently,
yeah,
like, I know, like, I still keep in contact with the family, so I still check on her because I know she's been playing soccer and she's been doing fantastic at that. I wasn't even expecting that would be kind of something that she'd be passionate about. Like, I get sent
too much. So I'm not the kind of guy. I'm not really into soccer too much. I'm not really the kind of guy that likes to run around.
I was a football guy when I was but like, that was something. I get sent pictures from time to time. She's been through a lot of fucking shit with me, her mother, and all that, and she's had the opportunity to just fucking be happy, be loved, and be fucking in somewhere where she doesn't have to feel like she's being pulled. And I really don't want her to fucking have to deal with that again. And I like it. It was something I really wasn't wanting. Like, selfishly, if you ask me right now, selfishly, I like, if I legally could bring her back home. But, well, like, reason why I say legally, I'm not going to go and kidnap her. I'm just using that legally, if I, like, right now. But I really just want, like, she is taken care of. She's loved. She doesn't have to fucking get pulled from one way to another. And I really just want, like, I don't even care if she grows up to hate me. If she hates me to the point where she fucking uses that hate as motivation to fucking be a better person than I or her mother, not only as a person, but career-wise, I'm okay with that. And if the day comes that she does come and find me and we talk, I'm going to be open to her about a lot of things. And, and just be like that. But if that day never comes, but if she uses that anger for both of us, both her mother and me, and use it to fucking do something productive with her life and be better than me or her.
I don't think she would be like that. I mean, don't think about it too much, but I mean, I don't think she would really feel like that if you're still talking to her or whatnot, even right now, because even though she's in foster care, luckily.
Well, not foster care, adopted.
Well, adopted. I mean, adopted. But I'm saying even though she's adopted and stuff like that, you
Yeah.
can still communicate with her, face cam her, and things like that.
Yeah. Like I just like I and knowing her also, or not knowing her, but also the other ideas, I don't I don't want to make her fucking feel conflicted. Like she's been through fucking like how long was it from the all the cussing about, like 3 years, 4 years? She was basically playing hot potato from either me to her mom to me to her, foster care, all this other stuff. And this
Well,
is
that's what
like,
I can understand. I mean, I see
yeah,
a lot of this shit go around quite a bit. I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know if you've seen the Boys and Girls Town that we have here in town.
yeah.
You know, it's down the road by the bridge, like right next to a big bridge where like a lot of old people sleep and stuff like that. Some of them were. I mean, it's a lot for these kids. I mean, they get bounced around and their parents are just it's shit. So I mean, I've seen that kind of shit before. I mean, I can understand that part. So you don't need to say too much about that. But the important thing, I mean, really, even to the child, is that if she's somewhere safe and she's being taken care of, that's all that matters.
And to be fair about the proving the innocence, I've done that a long time ago regarding all that. That's what I'm saying. That's like I've like honestly I've moved on from this, and you know
It is what it is. I mean, both you and your wife are. I mean, you guys are not innocent. You guys have both fucked up
yeah,
on both ends.
I will, that was the whole thing, and I said this before. I never wanted to, what's the word I'm looking for?
I
I
mean, I
never
fucked up
wanted,
in relationships too. I mean, fuck, I fucked up with Crystal and shit.
yeah,
I had to eat more with that. So
yeah, and hell, even with the other ex, we like I criticized the girl's love for Andrew Garfield or something or whatever, right? And all that, like, and like, but again with the claim,
who's the better Spider-Man? That is
I
what it
just
is.
joked about, like, I didn't even do it to where, like, I was like, oh, you're wrong for thinking that fucking Andrew Garfield is fucking the best Spider-Man. Like, again, me and my fiance right now, we fucking, like, we are two completely different people at times. Like, she's Democrat, I'm more Republican. We fucking joke with each other about that shit. We joke about each other, like, a lot of shit. You know, that's where I'm at right now regarding her and I.
I know
That's
your
like,
ex, though. I mean, she's a hardcore Andrew Garfield fan, so I mean, it's a bit different. I don't think you or
hell,
your
I even
fiance
here's
are
a
hardcore
fun
politics.
story. I work events. Won't specify where exactly, but I do work different events like concerts and shit. I did see her actually at the J-Hope, the K-pop concert that was a few months ago. I saw her. She was like literally across from me. She was trying to ask the other guy next to, or he was like a few feet away from me. But we saw each other, didn't say nothing. We just, again, I don't like what she did regarding me, regarding what she said about me. I'm talking about the allegations, but I don't hate, like, to be honest, listen, I don't even hate you. I don't hate you. I don't hate Kevin. I may dislike people and all that stuff, but we all dislike people. We're not like, I'm not the biggest people person in the world. It's contrary to belief.
A lot of these people on the internet don't really seem to like people much in real life. I mean, they're more comfortable talking with people behind a keyboard than in real life, and I get that. And especially the way the world is. I mean, the world's become overcrowded. Part of me doesn't like people at times, but I mean, I still have to suck it up and do what I got to do. So
But yeah, so that's what I'm saying, But yeah, regarding the dollar stuff, that's been done with. Like, people can look, like, think what they want about it, and like I said, there's plenty of videos to counter anything. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I know how, like, somewhat like Zexio may be prairie to this, because again, I know, like, Bio and people like that try to send stuff and try to stir the pot. And again, don't hate Zexio, but it's just, it is what it is. People have, and maybe he didn't know about it back then. He could have opinions. I don't really care. But
with
it's
all the
just,
drama shit going on nowadays, I really don't even give a fuck. Like, let's say,
yeah.
I mean, people show me the thing with the hero and that underage girl on Twitter. I mean, I
Oh
would say
fuck
either the cops or whatever the fuck. I mean, a lot of shit I don't even give a fuck anymore because getting involved in this shit or whatever the fuck. Like when the whole thing happened with you, I didn't want to get involved in that shit. But I mean, it's fuck. I mean, because I did make streams about you after the whole shit happened, but mainly you brought that part on you because you went on Money AD's thing, talking shit about DH, me, all of a sudden, all this other
Oh, you're
stuff.
okay. I was like, huh? And I was like, oh, okay. I get what you mean, referring to
That's why.
back then. Yeah.
So there you go. And I did download the stream after you deleted it off your thing because I mean, I'm not gonna say who, but they asked me to delete it, to download it because they felt like you were gonna delete it once you got home and your phone was on the charger.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. Although I never did delete it. That's why I told people. I said if you know I could easily copyright claim and
Well, delete or private it, whichever one it was. I mean, because you remember when you see that stream, you gotta understand how everything was and what the situation was.
yeah. And I tell people it's not because I'm trying to hide anything. It's just because of the fact that I'm just done with the shit.
Poor Lolly.
There was something I don't even know why I'm going to bring this. This is a bit ridiculous, but whatever. That was in the chat. Something about I also got said something about you and Dragon. Are you and Dragon really gonna fight in November or rent out a gym? Are you guys really gonna do that?
Yeah, we were actually I'm actually trying to get in the process of fucking getting get my cardio up and all that stuff because I know I'm gonna have a run for my money with Dragon.
There was. I mean, here's the thing, though. I mean, because also you said in that stream that you would, personally make a challenge to me, but you're telling people that I would say no.
When I know I've talked to before, maybe I did
It's
say
on a stream on Blood Money streams that was sent to me like last week.
Okay, yeah, because okay, I remember. I think it was probably the Shenanigans stream where Dragon was doing that. Oh, never mind. Anyway, my point is regarding the whole situation with that is I said that more because again we've been saying we're going to fight the other person for all that time. I'm going to post what gym I'm going to be whenever because I'm gonna run it probably around the time he comes down here, but we're still figuring out the exact date of when we're doing that. Like we just know it's going to be sometime in
a gym and all that. You can make it legal because, like I said, I don't want to be like here's the thing. I can't just be like the last fight I've ever been in was back in 2015 during New Year's, and that was a fucking fiasco. If you can, if you're really doing some fight in a gym or whatever, and you still want to fight me, I mean, I'm telling you guys right here, and you can clip this. I'll say yes. I mean, we'll do it.
At this point, I'm over it. But just for fun, yeah.
I'm just saying because you keep bringing it up or saying apparently I'm apparently scared of you or whatever the fuck. I mean, I've said many times. See, I could have done the whole gym thing and all that myself, but you understand, I don't know for sure like if you really would go through with it because it would take time and money for me to put all that together.
Yeah. No, while I'm over it myself, I'm just for fun. I wouldn't like if you're down for that time. And again, I'll make a community post or something regarding that, talking about that or something. I'm down. I'm down for just
like if you're Dragon want to do it or whatever. I mean, what if it's
Dragon and me are just doing it for fun. It's not really because we dislike each other or whatnot. It's just something that we're just doing just because we kind of want to test each other.
If you're doing that play fight shit, I'm not doing that weird play.
No, we're not doing play fighting. No. We have like a 3-round
fight. Like you guys did that before. I was like, like I don't know what that.
No. We're gonna. I think we have it to where the first round is going to be striking. Second round is going to be grappling, like who could take the other down the most amount of times, and then third round is going to be ground game, which is going to be primarily submission holds and shit. That's basically what like. Oh, you like to see that? What you
saying? Grab ass, huh? Very good.
Yeah, I'm not doing that weird homosexual fighting shit or whatever the fuck.
No, it ain't nothing. We're just doing like it's kind of like a semi-mixed martial arts type style. We're not doing it. We're not doing it like as far as I don't know if we're gonna record it. I may
Well, I
just.
don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, you talked about content. I mean, would make good
Yeah,
content for
I
you.
wouldn't mind. And again, we don't have like a for sure date. We just know it's going to be around November time. It may be early November, maybe late November. But when I do, I am going to tell people, hey, we'll be at this gym at fucking this time. We're going to do this, blah blah. And if I have the gym for however many other days, I'll be like, I'll probably be back there on this day because I'm not gonna like go in with Dragon and then fight someone else because then either way I'm gonna be exhausted from that first fight. So it's like
For me,
I'm
I
gonna.
mean, make it make it a legal fight or whatever. I mean, if there's money, hell, I'll fucking do it. I mean, before I've even offered to fucking fight Will because like he's like the only one that knows, mixed martial arts on how to fight. I mean, a lot of all these people on the internet they don't. But I mean, I can't just be fighting anybody for free mostly because if I do, then I would have to probably fight everybody for free.
Yeah. I know Dragon and me are just doing it for fun. We kind of want to test each other because his wait 1 second, sweetie.
And by the way, me and Will don't hate each
Get
other.
off and you're going in here.
Who knows?
Yes.
Yeah. That'll be a good. You put some boxing gloves, 3 rounds, and bam, that's it.
Well,
We're getting like I'm gonna be later on in the year because again once it gets closer and I start getting everything prepped up like the gym and all that I'm already looking at specific gloves and mouth guards and shit like that.
So this is gonna be basically like a Beetlejuice versus Bruce Lee type shit.
Kind of, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I'm very, striking on the. I've told Sloppy this. I think Dragon and me have actually talked about this on stream. Striking is the one that we kind of are, like I think it could go either way. I think the part that we're still wondering is the ground and the grappling, because due to like I have the weight and height advantage over him, but again he has he's actually pretty strong for someone his size.
You guys
So
gonna grapple and man thongs, right?
what's up?
You guys gonna grapple and man thongs?
No, you'd like to see that though, wouldn't you, Sloppy?
I'll tell you what, Sloppy. Why don't you just be the referee, wear a ref shirt, and also wear a dress over it? That'll bring more views.
Hell no.
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll do yeah. We'll have that.
I'll do the fucking referee shit. I'll wear a fucking dress or whatever.
You wear a dress. We wear a dress.
If it brings more views and more money, what the fuck not?
Yeah.
If it's just gonna be content, what the fuck? I've done crazy shit on fucking camera. I mean, just even for free. So I mean, hell, I fucking fucked a plushie. I fucking had a woman spank me in the ass with a fucking hard ass paddle or whatever the fuck. God damn.
Yeah, well, that's good that you guys had a little conversation.
Yeah, I didn't got paid for that shit either. I did on my old channel.
You guys having a conversation that was ending it at the 55-minute mark, but I appreciate you guys.
There's one more thing, Jane, you were saying something about me being like you said something about me being out of shape or something, or you took a screenshot of a certain angle of me in the pool claiming that I have titties or some shit.
Yeah, I've said that.
I mean, I'll turn on my camera right now and show that I don't really have titties or anything like that.
God, I don't. I already seen you shirtless. I do not want to see that image again.
Well, I mean, just to prove I don't have no tits.
I'll close my eyes and let the people fucking. I'll close my eyes and let the people see for themselves. They could be the judge.
Do you want me to show my chest?
Yeah, for sure. If it gets flagged down for sexual content, that means you have woman boobs.
Hold on. See if I can fucking Everybody wants to know this shit.
There you go. See the Wolf Man.
Yeah, I got the NWO shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts.
Buffness.
I can flex my chest.
Oh, there you go. See, they're not. There you go. Flex the muscles right there. Do the. Was it the maximum muscle
Hogan pose?
Jay, can you do that?
There you go. Jay, can you do that? Can you move your titties like that? Huh?
I probably could. I just got like what was the visual look like? Is he flat? What is he like? Dave
He's slim.
Batista, or is he freaking just kind of I don't know.
Yeah, he's slim. He's
I'm
well.
not flat, not
I
that
don't know
big.
how he was before, but he looks slim. I haven't seen any images before and after, so I could just compare what he is now. He has a
I
little bit of weight.
on my Vegas trip. I mean, so like I haven't ate too much all day.
Yeah, so we got Chase doing OnlyFans
So,
right now.
somebody will screenshot that shit. Whatever. I need to get more tan though. That's for sure.
Yeah, you're
Right now, I'm just cutting down a little bit because after Vegas and shit, I was about 263, and I kind of didn't like that, so I'm trimming down a bit.
Yeah,
I'm just trimming down.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. No, I'm in good shape.
Oh, I
I
thought
mean,
you already did it.
the what?
You haven't done it yet? Okay.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. You can see.
No,
now.
I'm not talking about that. I was checking on something.
Oh. Yeah, no, man. Yeah, keep it up, man. Keep doing your thing. You know,
Yeah,
working-
I'm like the one thing I'm needing to start working on myself is my I need to get my cardio back in check. Cause like what do you call it? I'm trying to. My goal is probably, well, I was gonna say slim down, but I do want to try to turn the fat into muscle to try to use that like in terms of by the time November comes around, I'm a little more toned. I'm not trying to go like fucking completely jacked, but that's something I'm trying to do. Like I'm looking at this as motivation to kind of get me into at least good enough shape to I guess in the eyes be believable. I still like I can take a punch and I could handle myself on the ground and all that. So I'm not really concerned about that. Like my strength is still good.
I didn't.
Like my legs, I don't really have to worry about. My legs are fucking toned as fuck, so I don't really need to worry about that myself. So, you know, that's why I'm saying regarding all that. And but yeah.
By the
But
way, my shirts now they're not released yet. They're not for sale yet. But yeah.
no, nice. You get like finally got merch.
Yeah, but it's not for sale yet. So I'm trying to get the right kind of fabric material that goes with these. So I got other.
man.
That's what I'm mostly doing with that thing. It's mostly for me. If other people like it, want one, they can have one. But right now, they're not for sale. So.
But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I got some stuff I got to take care of actually. But Ulysses, I will as soon as I get off here. I am gonna or private those videos, any of the old streams and all that, and you know I'll check back later if you did the same and all that.
There you go.
I saw you were about to take it off, so I turned away. I was literally like, as soon as I saw him turn it, and I see slide 11, I'm like, oh, you didn't catch it there.
Yes, he has a little bit of definition on his chest.
I'm still light right now. I need a tan for my hair.
Yeah, too. You got some definition.
But yeah, other than that, Sloppy, it was good. It was good to come in here and actually have a civil discussion and be able to come to some common ground. So at least that's good. Like I said, Ulysses, I will take the make those videos, those old videos private, and I'll what do you call it? I don't know. I'll make a community post showing that I did just for clarification. But again, you should be able to see if you check. But again, just for clarification purposes. But yeah, other than that, guys, y'all take care. And I will see you next time. Later, guys.
Peace.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I could just delete them, or I guess I'll private them in case some dumbass troll wants to re-upload and do whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'll say this. I mean, yeah, I lost a little bit of size because, like I said, I've been doing more cardio than weight stuff with this. And so, but I need to start swimming more and get more tanning. So I'll probably do. Well, I was going to do it today, but I slept quite a bit.
Go to the riot. Go to the right. You'll get a little warm there. The
I have
heat.
better definition if I was tan, but right now I'm not so tanned. So, but yeah, I mean, I already proved I can, put on weight and all that in 3 or 4 months. But yeah, so right now I'm just been doing the thing. And yeah, the way Shane was saying, apparently thinking that I had like, or titties like him or whatever, it's like, no, my muscle, I could flex my shit.
He's like him.
Well, you've already seen the stuff of him at the beach with Lennon and what, or like those before you were around, like he did videos of himself in the shower, for God's sakes.
I don't remember. I've never seen those, but I'm glad I did.
No, if anybody's got questions in the chat, go ahead and ask them now. So I'll be honest, I haven't been on anybody's streams in quite a while.
Oh man,
it's like the first. So
hold on.
I wasn't planning.
Wants the link.
He wants the link. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Damn, Kevin, I was supposed to end it like an hour and a half ago.
Well, you brought it on yourself, Sloppy. You could have it's Friday. You could have partied and drank, but you chose not to. So you got to pay the price.
Nah, my kids. I gotta do stuff with my kids tomorrow, so I can't do anything crazy that's gonna be.
How far are you from Los Angeles right now? Like, how far are you from there?
Depends on traffic, but like 4 hours. Like sometimes like 4.5.
I know things have been going bad, and now they got the Marines in there. So
yeah, I'm closer to the Mexican border.
So yeah, that, and then oh my God, San Antonio, like the what do you call that thing? There's already been a bunch of City Hall, like a lot of protesting and stuff today.
Going on,
What's up?
And certain roads are blocked, so it had to go all the way around just to get home and stuff like that.
Not much, you just chilling.
How you doing, Kevin? So, what'd you think? You guys good?
Oh.
Well, I mean, Kevin, like, is there anything you wanted to ask or anything like that?
No, I don't need to ask anything.
Okay.
I just came to pop by just to chill for a little bit.
Yeah, we can chill for a bit. And yeah, we can still do that thing tomorrow. Just I'll let you choose which show.
Yeah, it'll be the Jackie Chan Adventures.
Okay. And that is a good show. I know it's much better than I know people used to make shows after him, like the Hulk Hogan or Mr. T or whatever the freak back in the day. But I will say Jackie Chan's Adventures is one of my favorite cartoons growing up.
To be perfectly honest, though, I wish they didn't have no restrictions like that, so we can watch it together as friends.
Yeah. Is that true, Slop? You were watching OnlyFans while we were talking?
Yeah, that's what I had. I had a different tab, and I was watching Kevin's OnlyFans for a little bit. Just.
I know. Well, no, it's not OnlyFans. It's OnlyFats.
Yeah, OnlyFats.
That would be kind of interesting, making a site like that and like for big, beautiful women, and Kevin if he wants to.
Leslie has an OnlyFans, but it's called Only Queefs.
Queef? Oh, damn.
Yeah, she's
do you know what a queef is, right?
I think so, yeah.
I was thinking about like tomorrow while we were. I was thinking about like ordering a pizza and shit, but I feel like I'm gonna cut away from that junk food and just keep on trying to stay clean.
Yeah, protein shakes and peanut butter and chicken.
Well, I don't drink too many shakes. I do more food than shakes. I mean, I do have, if I need extra calories and stuff like that. I mean, I have.
Shakes you
I have lean protein that I can use to get those extra calories in and stuff like that. But it's mostly food for me.
I'll shake down ITB.
Like I don't drink sodas no more. No more coffee, no more. So I'll stop that stuff.
No, well, coffee will just curb your appetite.
That part too, but I mean, also like stains your teeth and everything. And by the way, the people want to say apparently I have fake teeth. I do have 4 because I was in an accident when I was a kid. 4 of them are replaced. All my other teeth are still intact. So I don't know where the fuck the weird toothless thing. Well, actually, that idiot Hero came up with that shit. Fucking retard. So,
yeah, by the way, me and Fee's wedding is gonna be on the OnlyFans.
Oh man.
And by the way, apparently I'm an ogre. Apparently, to whoever the fuck Hero and his boyfriend or whatever, Diglett Head, dude, I'm a fucking sexy ogre. I get laid. I got waffles here, baby. So I mean, yeah, go ahead and call me an ogre. This is my fucking
Hey,
swamp.
Sloppy, you wanna laugh? You wanna
Most
laugh
good.
at that? You
Yeah.
know Omega, right? Omega.
Yeah.
He had sex with a PlayStation 5 box.
Like he put his thing like on live stream or
Yeah,
like
it was on
already.
Chase's live stream.
Wait, the what?
You remember Omega when he had sex with a PS5 box?
Oh yeah, the video. I think it's still. I think I put a
You
copy of it
still
on my
got it, yeah.
YouTube.
You still got the clip of that.
Yeah. Well, I
Damn.
mean, dude, there's a video of me having sex with fucking Mason's plushie.
Oh
No,
man. No,
I
you
don't remember. I don't remember.
Wow.
I can't remember whose channel it was on. I think it was on Mason's or I can't remember. I think somebody took a clip of it and put it up. I don't remember. But yeah, I was humping his fucking plushie.
I didn't know about.
The Eek one, the Eek guy person, right? That's his,
Yeah,
that's.
Venti.
Oh, there you
Um,
go.
should I know there's been issues with Mason. Should I talk about that or no?
It's up
No,
to you. Like,
it-
it's up to
it's
you.
up
I
to you,
don't. I
bro.
don't.
I guess I'll get that part out of the way real quick. I mean, with the Mason thing, I know one of the things like he thought I was mad at him when I messaged him asking about the shit. Like, I mean, I wasn't mad at him at all. I mean, I just wanted him to understand like why I did what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one thing is, I mean, did I show Mason pictures of like Shane's apartment and stuff? Yes, I did, but for a reason. Because if it was just if the person that he was hooking up with, it was just another casual woman, whatever the fuck, I wouldn't have. But the woman that he hooked up with, he met this woman like a year prior while I was hanging out with him. You know, we met her at the strip club and stuff like that. Dude, there are fucking videos of her sucking on her tits for God's sakes.
By the way, P, I don't
Damn.
dream. I'm
He was
really
he was really into this woman. And my main thing with him was like, you know, you want to bring this, you know, you want to have sex with this woman or whatever. And I'm just saying, like, you know, plus, by the way, he's never had sex with a woman before that. Never did. He did have, because he's bi, he was with a guy, but it's a bit different when you're doing it with a woman. And he was talking about like, oh, you can do it at Shane's place on a couch. I did
no,
offer him a
I'm not.
hotel to where he could have privacy or whatever. Because let's just face it, he's never been with a woman. I mean, and I know he said that Shane and John would be in another room or whatever, but who knows? He could have been fucking nervous and not be able to get his shit up. You know what I mean? And on a couch, for me, it's like I feel like you have to have a little bit of experience before you start doing a girl on a couch. You know? But no, I mean, it was basically just saying like, you know, because he was really into this woman, and let's say Shane's place was pretty dirty and stuff like that, and she felt uncomfortable. I didn't want Mason to get hurt, and like she didn't want to see him again, and just because she would judge by where they did it at. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
That
Well,
was
yeah. Of course. You
I
want it to
never
be good.
I
So
never
you,
even fought with Mason before that. I never even fought with him once. There were times
so
where he would drive me crazy, like he would overdo it with the plushie thing, but it's whatever. That's part of his gimmick. It's just shtick.
I
But
wish
yeah,
I
when I
would.
messaged him, I mean, he didn't reply. He just blocked me, thinking I was mad at him. No, I wasn't mad at him. Like maybe I shouldn't have showed the photos of like Jane's apartment or whatnot. I mean, but like I said, I did it because I just didn't want him, to lose it because
I'll only
he
see
was.
wants me with no leg on.
Well, hold on, Kevin. Though I was saying, like like I said, with this particular one, no doubt, like no, I could tell Mason really liked this woman. Like he was really into her. I could tell. And he's been like he would talk about it from time to time for the entire year after meeting her. So, and that's why we like went to the strip club again. She wasn't there, but like I mean, but we still he still met up with her later on that day. And maybe I will take a little bit of responsibility for acting a little too over cocky at the strip club or whatever the fuck, or telling Mason like, "Hey man, loosen up, loosen up." Just trying to have a little bit of fun. You gotta understand with the way things at work and stuff like that. I mean, I mostly gotta be mature and act normal and all that. It's it's only a select few times where I can actually cut loose and have a little bit of fun. With all the fucked up shit going on in the world, even all the shit as of now with the protesting and the floods,
So
like
you made
goddamn.
peace with this.
The what?
So you made peace,
With who?
Shane.
In a way, I mean, yes, so.
Well, he
He's
sided
doing
with me,
he's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. I mean, I
He
ain't
said,
tell you.
did the same to me on his Anglo Service. He
If he
said the
messes with
same
you,
to
you have
me.
every right to respond. I mean, that part, I will agree with you on that part. Like, if he messes with you, you can respond if you want to. That's up to you.
Oh, I will. But right now, I'm just gonna leave it and do my own thing.
Let's just focus on just trying to have fun while we can, you know.
But when I was on his panel 2 days ago, is it yesterday, something like that, he offered me the same thing that he offered you. Do you know what I said? I said no. There, there is a reason why I said no as well, because I don't trust him. I take his word with a grain of salt. So no.
No, that.
So
No, but like
I,
I got a lot of other things. I got like a lot of other stuff on my mind. So
no, me too. But I just take what he says with a grain of salt.
I
So
mean, right now it's like even for the last right. It's been even before this like,
hey,
to me.
bad boy, how's your
It,
OnlyFans doing?
Yeah, no,
bad
you
boy.
guys,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
you guys are, yeah, you guys are, you guys have your choices. I don't care. Like honestly, like if you guys are friends or not, that's up to you guys. And I see you, Chase. Most of the time, you're talking about stuff with Will and with River, and kind of don't really talk much about other people. But
no,
so you've been.
we mostly don't. I mean, I don't with River or Double Z and all. We don't really talk about the drama shit or whatever the fuck. So we really don't.
Did Double Z think we didn't know that he was gay
Who's
or
gay?
or bisexual or was he? Double Z.
Well, yeah, he came out and like I already knew this for the last few years, but I mean, it took a lot for him to come out and like speak about it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, to be honest, you could tell by the voice that he might be a little flamboyant, but maybe other people
But
didn't catch on.
before I found out, like he was always talking about women. I thought he was into women,
Mm.
but I kind of understand because like I knew how this thing like how it started, and like what made him realize it. Like I was there, like I saw that shit, or like we talked about it, like before anybody else knew, and we kept it private.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
think any different about him? No, of course not.
No, of course, hell no.
Nothing changed.
I don't know him that well, and I don't have the only things I've heard about him is he had beef with Mr. Alabama, and that's all I knew about him.
I mean, the Alabama thing is. I mean, he's been obsessed with Double Z for who knows how for long.
Mm.
Like all Brian wants to do is be his neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah, he's I'm glad that he's gone for a while. I'm sure he's gonna be back anytime soon and start calling people the N word and all these other things, and then
Brian's got like. I mean, his life is not really. It's a tough one. That's a tough life he's got.
yeah, you seen
Like,
his house.
yeah, well, that I mean, knowing his situation, and everything. Like, he's one of those people I can't really hate at all. You know,
No,
if I
well,
were
we
to,
don't hate him. We don't hate him. We just think he's a very bad person for. Why I think he's a bad person for telling minors to that he's gonna put a dildo bat in them and stuff like that. That's the
oh
only thing
god,
I have against him.
yeah, that's a bit messed up. Now, I also heard apparently like a freaking hero. Apparently, hero was racist towards you or some
Oh,
shit.
they're always racist against me.
oh well, the people thought Sloppy was somebody else.
Oh, I've been married a long time ago. Where do you come from? What year to go? What year to come from? Bacalado. Oh, I've been married a long time ago. Where do you come from? What year to go? What year to come from? Bacalado. Oh, I've been married a long time ago. Where do you come from? What year to go? What year to come from? Bacalado. Oh, I've been married a long
Right.
You need to clip that and send that to Resident OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
He still has
Who
it on.
is
It's next
Didn't
year.
I?
that?
Thank
Okay.
you.
Fucking guy over
All
here.
right, so- okay, like what would you say?
Oh my god.
Like, is that an actual chest or titties?
That's
I don't know.
that's some milkers right there, but
Like,
crazy.
they're not as big as EDPs, but shit, nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, but fuck. I mean, I mean, the whole titty thing on chain
You.
that
Wait
party.
a minute. Who are you?
Hold on, a second. But the chain chest thing that happened that was back in 2021, I believe, when he was make videos of himself in the shower and stuff like that. And that's how the whole titty thing came around.
Man,
And everybody was saying God damn, how do you have tits? Men don't have tits. You're still young and you already got tits. What the fuck? It's like the dad bod kind of thing, but so.
Star Trek game real quick.
People have the opportunity just to get, people can get in shape or be. It really doesn't matter. I mean, if you're happy with yourself, that's all there is to it. So for me, I'm just trying to I want more. I want to add more to myself.
Oh yeah, baby.
Having that
hustle.
Oh my god.
He's making me laugh with his funny voices.
Wait, who's that guy, Sloppy? Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's my friend, my other British friend.
No, I'm talking about your profile thing, your avatar.
Oh, that's Stanley. Stanley's another predator that wanted to have intercourse with a 6-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you because I know Sloppy. Your channel mainly you go after predators.
I barely used Stanley until Sloppy told me about him.
Yeah.
With the mainly things we deal with is predators, and we find their images and the stuff they do and the stuff they send to kids, and we find their addresses and stuff and share it to the police 99.9% of the time.
Oh, Jeffrey, that Jeffrey guy, is it Jeffrey?
Yeah, Jeffrey Schrogen.
Yeah, I thought that was
one thing. A friend of mine recently died, and I mean, his baby mama is being such a damn bitch. I'll tell you this: right after the funeral, not even an hour passed, and the baby mama immediately changed her Facebook status to be in a relationship with a guy who's a 400-pound Napoleon Dynamite looking motherfucker, and I could tell she only wants it for the money. That's it, because the guy's dad's a big time surgeon or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's some fucked up shit, and she's being my friend's mom. I mean, she wants to see her grandson because he's only 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But she's trying the mother's trying so hard right now to not have trying to make sure the grandma doesn't see him.
Man.
Even though the kid's dad even said told her if something happens to him don't take my son away from my mom, and it's fucked up shit right now.
Yeah,
so,
I've had a couple like that over here where I'm at chest.
But another fucked up thing is right now she wants her name on his fucking gravestone right now.
Damn.
And it's what? Why? You're not married to him. I mean, you're already with somebody else. Why the fuck do you want to be on his fucking tombstone? Unless you're gonna drop dead, then yeah, go ahead and be on the tombstone. But no, this is not. Fuck. I don't know. This is some weird ass. I mostly feel bad for the kid. I don't care about her or whatnot because she's already whatever. But I mean, I feel bad for that kid. Part of me wants to fucking adopt him. Every boy needs their fucking dad, to be honest, especially with these times. They need. It's not easy.
Yeah, no, you have to have a father figure, no matter what. Even if it's not your real dad, sometimes just an adult male tends to help you become a better person. For the most part, there's gonna be some kids that don't care and they'll, you're not my daddy, and then after that you become rebellious. But
no, God, no, God, please, no.
Yes,
no,
yes.
And then the ice pick breaks.
Man, well,
I see that too, but I see women dating other guys, women that have kids dating other guys, and these other guys don't even make the time of day to spend time with with them.
Your phone ringing. Your phone ringing. Big boy, come pick up your.
That's so loud. That's so loud, Zexio.
I don't know. I'll tell you this though. I mean, I did date when I dated Crystal. She has kids, and even her kids, because I would spend time with them, working out with them, playing basketball, going places with them, whatever. So they even told me, sure, any guy she's dated, they wouldn't really spend time with them. I'm like, why? I didn't understand why they wouldn't. So it was I don't know. There's just a lot of weird
Some guys just want pussy.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. They want either pussy or they want somebody to take care of them.
Yeah.
Like, because I've seen a lot of lazy motherfuckers.
This fucking guy. This is stupid.
I can't even concentrate.
All right,
So,
take it.
no,
Because
but
it was making me laugh.
But fuck that. I gotta end the stream. I was supposed to do it for 55 minutes. I gotta go to sleep.
Why
And,
the fuck you lying?
yeah, I'm not lying, sexual shit. I gotta end this. So
I gotta put my
appreciate
phone.
everybody. Yeah, appreciate everybody that came. Wait. I gotta end this. Fucking guy. Most likely talk to you, Vexio, behind the scenes later. You hear the cats fighting? Goddamn. No, gotta end it. All right. Thanks for whoever showed up. Appreciate it. I know it's a late ass stream. Appreciate the people that came in.
That was the screenshot I was telling you about, Sloppy.
Oh, man. Which one?
The recent one, I lost friends, but oh well.
Oh, yeah. That if they believe it, then yeah, they're not very smart. They're sheep. That's what I'm trying to say. Like if they believe it without proof, then and they're just following, the crowd, then yeah, I don't. That's why it's so easy.
About it.
It's so easy to manipulate people.
I'm just gonna say this before you end it. It's because they're not really bright in the head, and I've said this on a community post, so it's how it is.
Yeah.
Resi, I'll catch you on Facebook, and Faye, see you later, darling.
Yeah. Peace out. Yeah, but yeah, man. This was supposed to be us just saying that we're gonna expose Ethan Sharp but it turned into something else. That's why, luckily, I put late night chat and more. I'm telling you, every time I say I'm only gonna do for an hour, it turns into 10 hours. Sure, the wife is like, "What the fuck is he doing outside with random strangers?" I let them talk. That's they had to, I guess, talk for a little bit. I don't mind people, chatting it up, and appreciate the people in the chat. You guys kept me entertained uh, while everybody else was talking. So, Rezi, I most likely have to watch your OnlyFans just to make sure that everything's good there. I'll see you most likely in one of your streams. I'll pop on there and say what's up or something. But yeah, Stanley, you're pred. You can do no, I can't, bad boy. I'm sorry, it's too late. One of these days I'll do like a 9 a.m. stream or something, so you guys could come in awake and not be. Well, it is like 9 o'clock for you, bad boy. So yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning for me. So I can't. I need my sleep. I'm gonna get old really quick if I don't sleep. But yeah, Ethan Sharp. If you watch this after the 2 hours and you hear my what I say, we know you live, motherfucker. But besides that, I'm out of here. Man, too much. Peace.